are people on the internet who find this bullshit charming. You should know I'm not one of them.
All right. Currently searching for co-hosts. All right. Thank you. We've got a job vacancy out there. All right. Luke, it would be awesome look, we will divorce.
Oh, it was great, Luke. It's a new year, and that means no limits except on certain amounts of speech. I'm happy to start the new calendar year, Luke, with no grudges. Isn't that what you're supposed to do on New Year's Eve? Like just purge, just let it all out. So no one's coming after me right now, right? You know, can a brother get a little peace, right? War in the streets, war in the Middle East. Luke, instead of a war on poverty, they had a war against hating Risen so JMMA could bother me, but I'm back. I'm ready, all right? I'm ready.
Speaking of which, we will get to that and a whole lot more here on the very first episode of Morning Kombat in the year 2021. So what we're going to get to today, as I mentioned, Ryzen results, but we'll also talk...
Great weekend for
Yeah, I went down to Williamsburg and I got some William & Mary attire, so I felt pretty good about that. It was a fun little time with the fam.
You stopped by Busch Gardens for a tour of Europe, or what?
Actually, we did, Yeah, we went through there as well. Took the kid there. It was a good time. So
nice. All right.
I did start the year off pleasantly. I will put that in there.
You know what they say about Virginia, Luke?
Is for lovers, but trust this hate here for out-of-towners who think that they're going to move weight here.
Yeah. And if you can't be with the one you love in Virginia, Luke, love the one you're with, all right?
Yes. Do you know what that line is I just referenced? No?
Probably some white guy rapping.
No, actually, two black guys. Clips from Virginia Beach. All right. Let's get this party started if we can. The Ryzen title is up for grabs against the guy who beat him, but again, that didn't beat him for necessarily the title. And BC, he fucking demolished him. He looked great. First of all, what is your reaction? No, I'm serious. What is your reaction to Kyoji Horiguchi's, I won't call it a statement win, but a statement comeback win for sure?
Yeah, what a man, what a very good man. What a performance. How do you turn back 15 months, questions about injuries, coming off the only major...
I'm close to it.
You know what would be really fun? If we got Eugene Berriman and your brother, Matt Thomas, together. We only used your brother to make those burgers with like the steak inside of it, and then maybe to pass around the peace pipe, and then we just picked Eugene's brainstem, right? That'd be a fun night at the office, Luke. Okay?
That would be a fun night. My brother would not be good for the conversation. I told you this. My brother graduated from. My brother got, I think, his PhD in math, and he graduated recently. Didn't tell us, didn't know, and actually was so good in his. He went to University of Virginia for all of his schooling. Was so good he won some kind of award for like outstanding accomplishment in math, and literally did not. I had to find out about this from my dad. My dad was like, "Hey, Matt graduated, got his blah blah blah, won this award," and I was like, "I'm sorry, when?" Like, "Oh yeah, like 2 weeks ago." I was like, "Dude, your DMs never stood a chance with that guy."
What do you think would happen sooner? Matt Thomas respond to my DMs giving me dirt on you, or Rob Thomas? It's not 3 a.m. because that guy'd be up pissing if it was. So he must be lonely watching this show.
Wow. What will happen first? The desert will be flooded, or the Arctic will be full of sand?
Yeah. Well, either way, Luke. Hooker Chandler.
That will happen. Your guess is as good as mine, but I would always prefer that to the alternative of I'm going to secure the leverage in my negotiating position for a fight that will get made far too late. Man, fuck that. Have these guys go at each other. I loved it.
Anybody watching this, fuck that. And if you're watching this and you're an MMA fan, and you're saying, where's the timestamp so I can skip ahead because I'm sick of talking about fights that probably won't happen. Let's talk about fights that will happen, like Conor Dustin. Here's what I'll say to that. If you're boxing right now and then you're a power that be, you have a chance with these 4 kings, as we mentioned, or throw Shakur Stevenson in there. These
we should
5.
We should call them the 4 princes. That's what they are right now. They're still princes. They're not quite kings.
You making a reference to what's that awful band?
I don't know.
Want to princes that adore you.
Oh, Spin Doctors.
Spin Doctors. Yeah, God, people fell for them in the pop grunge run. They were really watered down. Believe me. Will I jam out to them on XM in the car? Maybe, but that's another topic. The whole point here, Luke, is we got 5 foundational future pillars. All right, I've done the math. I've watched video. I've gotten out the slide rule. You know what I'm saying? I've watched fights in black and white with no sound. I've streamed them covered in peanut butter. Zabit Magomed Sharapov is the best fighter at 145 pounds. Just gonna let you know that statement.
Okay, that's a ridiculous statement, but okay.
Luke, I'm not sure it's not though. Does he have to prove that? Yes, he's gonna have to prove it, and he's maybe a big win away from a title shot in doing just that. But can you not no sell me? Can you look at the same figures I have, Luke, and deduce that there's somebody out there more talented than him potentially once he does get to that title?
Yeah, somebody who can fight affirmatively 5 rounds.
So you're going to use round 3 against Cater against him until he proves you wrong.
I'm going to use the fact that Cater was putting it on him in round 3. And if that one was 5 rounds, it's a virtual guarantee I think Cater would have won.
Luke, is that a little bit like using rounds 4 and 5 of the Iaquinta fight against Habib negatively, or using round 1 of Michael Johnson against Habib as something to cling to and not seeing the full picture? Luke, I don't want you to be the last to know, as Brittany once said.
Yeah, I've done tape study on Magomed Sharapov. He is very talented. I don't think he's earned the position he's in. Fraudulent.
Second best fall of the week, Luke.
Is she doing like a Michael Jackson thing? Because she's like grabbing the crotch and stuff?
Yeah, it doesn't matter if you're black or white. She thinks you're a piece of crap either way, Luke, and she did storm the Capitol. Thank you very much. All right, Luke, let's see the real best fall of the week. Check out this dude. Sir, please don't go chasing waterfalls anymore. Please stick to the rivers and the lakes that you're used to. Oh, good. No, get your footing.
Is he hammered? What happened here? He must be,
his
right?
footing wasn't good on those stairs, Luke, and then the wind took him down. It's a price you pay for a badass selfie these days, Luke. It really is.
You never worked actually on the assembly line, did you?
In the factory. So you're trying to.
I have worked on an assembly line in a factory.
You're saying because I'm from a factory town that makes products that aren't manly, and because although I work
not
in
even
a factory,
manly, it's like you make candy.
And because although
that's one step away from Santa's North Pole.
And because
we make toys, we make Almond Joy.
And because in the 203 I worked at a factory in my 20s, but didn't work on the assembly line. Then
You didn't work in a factory.
Then I'm not tough suddenly.
You didn't work in a factory. I have worked in a factory.
Where?
So I worked
Marietta?
at actually, as a matter of fact, Marietta, Georgia. There was a company that made furniture, and I was the guy at the very end of the assembly line, on the line, before it gets put onto the truck. I had to wrap all the furniture in cardboard and then with plastic to make sure that it got onto the truck without getting damaged or scratched or bumped, which included lifting, turning, setting everything up, cutting the cardboard all day long as all this shit kept firing down the line. Yeah, motherfucker, I did that from 5 a.m. to fucking 4 p.m. every day in the summers.
Well,
yeah.
Luke,
suck the fattest of dicks, my friend.
When I dropped out of college in the year
that was between college years.
In the year 2000, I immediately got a full-time job at a.
Here is my summers. I'd go to college. I'd get home. I'd do TAD, temporary active duty with the Marine Corps. I would go and spend 6 to sometimes 9 weeks with them, and then the rest of my time I would go and work in a factory. Eat my balls, guy. You talk all this shit about how you're from a factory town. Only one of us has worked in factory. How was the AC when you were doing paperwork in the factory?
Okay.
How was that AC?
I was boxing them up. Luke, I will say this. Where I dropped out of college, I worked at the nursing home. I was on the assembly line. Sometimes it was my job to put the milk on the tray as it came by. Sometimes it was my job to put the
this is what I love about people. People like
there.
people like, oh, Luke is a snob. I'm like, motherfucker, I've earned my keep, bro. I've done all the hard jobs. Yeah, Tim wants to know if you want to meet him tomorrow. Yeah, I've done all the hard jobs you can imagine. I worked fast food. You work fast food?
Damn right. I worked at McDonald's 6 a.m. Saturday, Sunday mornings.
Okay, player. Okay, I see you.
As shit.
Okay, player, I see you. I see you. I worked at Chick-fil-A. I was
a janitor at Stop and Shop for 3 years during college, so don't give me that shit.
Okay, that's just being a loser. That's different.
I had 3 jobs. I was going to college full time at night. All right, I backdoored this shit too. Okay.
All right.
Shake for me, girl. I want to be your backdoor man. I was that man. I was the lizard.
Okay, I've worked in a factory. I have earned my fucking keep. All these assholes because I have ambition to do things. All of a sudden, I'm the pretentious
I worked
prick.
7 years at ESPN until 3 in the morning on holidays and weekends. Okay,
let's talk about ESPN. What was it like?
It's equally the most amazing, best thing I've ever job I had, and really frustrating because
All right, let's do the good thing.
I already fucked it up this time, didn't I, my dear? Didn't I, my
so disgusting.
It's so stupid, but I love doing it.
All right, back to the questions, Luke. Okay, back to the question
I'm
at
sure
hand, right? From a young G's perspective, right?
You know what? Good point. Let's put on Dr. Dre. Didn't he go to the hospital recently?
He may have COVID. It's possible.
Is that what it was? I thought he had like a heart issue or a brain issue. He had an aneurysm.
You're saying the murder was the case that they gave Snoop?
No, it wasn't in any capacity whatsoever. It's just you being a weirdo. It's just one of the best. It's just one of the best. All right, here we go. Some more questions about MMA. I don't give a fuck.
True or false? Was Less Than Jake, our documentarian,
He
a
will make
miracle worker the first time around?
He will make this one as good as it needs to be, but I'm a little bit like,
Are you trepidatious because of the real life things that went down with like the production bullshit and all that kind of?
It was bad, bro. It was bad. It was really bad. That was an embarrassing week, and we did not have the returns on subs that we should have had as a consequence of our content being what we were saying. I think were worthwhile, but the presentation to the audience was shit. It was shit. It was total shit, and it deserves to be called that, and I'm calling it that. And I understand their response. I really do. So
I didn't think you were going to talk about that.
Nah, it was bad, dude. It was fucking bad. Like, here's the thing. When I'm by myself, we're using my camera, my laptop, my lights, my recorder, my microphones. If this comes out bad, okay, Luke's an idiot.
That's because
it's fine.
Luke doesn't depend on anybody. You don't even
No.
depend on me. You tolerate me.
Hold on. In fairness, be serious for just a moment. This is all my gear. If it fails, I'm just an idiot trying to do my best as a hobbyist.
Yeah.
If you're a fucking pro, like, you should not be worse than me. You know what I'm saying? You should not be worse than me. And it's been bad, dude. It's been bad.
It's been really bad. I don't even have. There's no shtick for it. I got nothing. It's been embarrassing. So.
You want to say like basic
Bitches.
basic illusions? Like we think we're gonna get past it.
We'll survive this.
No. I mean, like, there's some changes in order.
Yeah, I mean, we're still going to be on the screen.
No. There's some changes in order.
All right. I didn't think we were going to.
No. We're not going to specifically say what they are, but there's some changes in order, so we'll see what happens, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's up to us as a people to start making some changes. You know?
Okay, Tupac time.
All right.
I haven't listened to this song since college. It's about we're so fucking fat. It's ridiculous.
I mean, you're a lot fatter than I am, though.
Oh, yeah, no doubt about it. No doubt about it. It's a disaster. Quarantine murdered your boy. But your boy is also in the gym more than you are.
I'm at probably a career high of like 233 right now. I'm going to guess you're 278.
Yeah, it's about 280. 280. Solid 280. But your boy, I'm doing something about it. What the fuck are you doing?
Arting. Arting all over
Like, I look like shit, and I know I look like shit, but I'm doing something about it.
All right.
And by that, I mean drinking. Tons of empty calories.
Let's make some changes, all right? Because all I see is racist faces, misplaced hate, makes mistakes, and racist. We under.
Listen, let's go to Williamsburg. Let's play basketball with Bruce Hornsby, and let's figure this shit out.
I wonder if he would remember you, you know?
I doubt it. He was there all the time.
Now tell me.
Than us. BC, why don't you tell folks what's up?
Look, this is the best show because here's the deal. You know what I'm saying? I mean, did AC and Daniel, Ariel and DC get drunk and do the show? They don't do that. They value their careers. Okay, we're willing to face every single viewer, right? Look, right? You know what I mean? Like this, like this is big gift to people, Triple G, this week. Okay, we're giving it to you. Our production crew not giving it to you. We're giving it to you. So can you like this video? Can you subscribe? Can you tell your friends that they do it differently? They don't talk into microphones endlessly. They perform art. They art. They are art. Are we art? What is art? Art. I'm an artisan bred, right? I'm born and bred for art. Okay. You know, Luke. Artifacts, right? Artifice.
We're fat.
We're also really fat. Yeah. Look, I'm so fat. That's why I'm wearing black this week, so you can't see my
we're so fat.
my shelving. Okay. You know?
I'm working on it, but I need time because right now I'm a shit show. It's a fucking disaster, but I'm working on it. We'll see what happens.
All right. So please, this is what we do at MK all day, nearly every day. Tip your waiters on the way out, and Saturday night after Connor Dustin.
Come be here,
to
please.
Be here. All right? Be here. Come live. Come original. Okay? Everything you do, you got to come original.
Omaha
right?
style-y, you know what I'm saying?
That's the shit you know, 311 was paid in weed only for like a strong portion of their early
God,
run.
I wish you had some weed, you motherfucker.
From Jersey City, signing out.
Hold on. Not just yet. Come original. You got to come original. All entertainers, come original. Here we go.
Ain't nothing great.
Here we go.
To represent, you gotta come forward.
Combat.
Yeah, well, let's do this. First of all, thanks to everyone who might be new here who subscribed over the weekend. We did a lot of content in the lead up to UFC 257, plus a lot of content certainly afterwards. So for folks who are new to us, who came to us from our post-fight show, welcome. This is our more typical show. We do it 3 times a week at 11 a.m. in the East, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. But we do put a lot more content up there, interviews, live chats, and a whole lot more.
We're not only doing it, we're doing it well, right?
Let's see if they get the 90s counter. We got some new people running the back. We'll see how that goes. You can do have merch. It looks kind of like this. This is the show basketball merch, but you can go to store.show, that's SHO.com, and then you can get some Morning Combat gear, some mugs, some hats, some shirts, some hoodies, tons of good stuff, high quality. You have to live basically in a place where they can actually just throw it to you from the factory, but you know.
If you either represent Queens or were raised down in Brooklyn, you could probably buy it. If not in the.
Oh, I see the 90s references.
Wow.
They put you back in studio. You start bringing them
I
back.
get the feeling it just comes out. Hey, how about this guy, Lou? I'm sorry, Sweet Lou, getting me the coffee right here.
Yeah. I think
So then that would mean Charles Oliveira has to fight Justin Gaethje.
Look at
of
the
the
rankings
people
here.
coming
Yeah.
in off of a loss in the lightweight division, I think Gaethje is holding the most cards. You know what I mean? He's got the most retailable value. I don't know if that made any sense, Luke, but the point is,
retail value.
you know, he didn't suck as bad as we think he did against Nurmagomedov. He was maybe one leg streak away from putting him in peril. I don't know if you saw that.
Well, you are committed to that.
I'm going down. I'm Titanicing that, okay?
you
Near,
certainly
far,
are.
wherever I am, okay? But I do believe that, you know, his wins leading into that, this is the guy right now. And Luke, you and I have said it a million times. You can almost take any two in the top 15 here and you're like, holy shit, that's a badass matchup. Oliveira.
You got to beat an animal who is looking to come at you after laying an egg. Look, this thing is going to be freaking explosive. And even though Whitaker has certain advantages in IQ, technique, he may have to just in everything, and in so many things, right? Outside of maybe just explosive force, good looks, and his body being a wonderland over there in Brazil. I still, you know, he still might have to fight like Vettori to win this, right? And that's what you want. Oh, God, this is a fight night main event. This is a free fight, Luke. Strap it on, brother. Let's do this fight, right?
I gotta tell you, it's like a.
Hello, Luke. As you can see by my incredible headwear, I am California dreaming, in fact, on such a winter's day. There's feet of snow outside, Luke. Do you have any idea how much roof raking, shoveling, snow blowing? I mean, look, welcome to New England. Been here my whole life. I signed up for it, but yeah, baby.
What's the damage? How many feet you got, like, officially?
Ass spirits.
Did you sleep well last night? How do you feel?
Great. My twins celebrated their 13th birthday yesterday. I'm a dad of teenagers, all right?
Hey, there you go.
All right, there's a lot of Fortnite going on. I put together all these gifts yesterday. Look, it's, you know, what a time to be alive. So hope everyone else out there doing well. I know it's crazy times, but keep your head in check, okay? You know what I'm saying?
All right. Well, we have some.
Look, Luke. All work's good and hard work's fine, right? But first, take care of Ed. You know what I'm talking about, right?
I don't know what you're saying, but it's okay. We have a fair bit to get to, some news and notes, and then Friday's show, we're going to really lean into the...
For the honor of one day saying, I went 5 rounds and didn't get stopped by Holloway. Like, no, not for that. Not for that. Just for the fact that this was the biggest fight of his career, give him that chance. So, that's not hiding and not, you know, looking the other eye from the price he's going to pay for not having stopped it. But, Luke, again, it's gray. It's a gray, gray is my favorite color, right? I felt so symbolic yesterday. It's a gray freaking area, and it was still within the grounds of that gray. So, good answer from him. This is not the Rocky Pennington situation with Nunes. This is nothing like that. This was okay.
Very good.
Yes, please spin the wheel of death. Let's do this fun game, Luke.
All right, here we go. Now we're going to go with Eagle Eye Cherry, that shitty ass band.
hey.
All right.
Yeah, remember that? You know, speaking of the Eagle,
Stay,
Luke,
what was it? Is it Stay Tonight, Fight the Break
yeah,
of Dawn?
fight the break of dawn, go. You know, there's a 100% chance Jay probably has a cover of that song on YouTube, right?
Yeah, is he singing tone deaf the entire time?
Yeah, probably. Luke, the Eagle in this.
Luke, that's just it. Look, I mean, look, we all have weird backstories. I met my wife on MySpace, of all places, but your first date was really at a damn shooting range? Like, weren't you nervous that the lovely lady would be turned off by your overpowering masculinity?
No. There's no such thing. If you've got it, BC, you've got it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. If you got it, better flaunt it. Let the liquor help you get up on it. You know what I'm saying there?
I feel you,
all
bro.
right. Okay, hey, let's go over.
Dates. I'm just waiting right now at this moment.
Luke, this is a very happy man. I've had the pleasure of interviewing him a bunch. Just a joy to talk to, but I can hear the melancholy and the infinite sadness in his voice. This loss is eating at you, all right? Is that going to does that mean the next guy you fight for this welterweight title bout is gonna
Get smashed
gonna
to
get,
pieces.
gonna get served?
I mean, they're gonna have a tough fight. I guarantee you that. I mean, you know, going through a great run, man. I was
on path to be the new George St. Pierre, to be the best welterweight ever. Your impressions of Kamaru, his win, and then that broader sort of semi-claim that Dana is making.
Yeah, Luke, I think it was beloved American poet Lil Kim who once said, first you get the money, then you get the power, and then you get the respect. It's about time, as this man screamed in the cage after this victory, that we put some respect on his name. Luke, this was a fan-friggin-tastic performance. It wasn't the muck from him. Will he catch up to GSP in the welterweight title lineage and the history? I don't know. But right now, today, Luke, if you said something as bold and crazy as Usman might be the best fighter in the world right now, not named Khabib because he's retired, would someone throw you out of the bed, Luke? I mean, what would you do if I sang out of tune? Would you stand up and walk out on me? I'm here to tell you, Usman's great, brother.
Well, lend me your ears. I'll sing you a song. I'll try not to sing out of tune. I would say it's an interesting claim you're making. You know, if you phrased it like
Luke, I was about to speak some honest and needed truth here. Look, it's a tough time from COVID to isolation and depression, but I did want to shout out everybody in the Texas Central region of our country who's going through an unwanted winter hell. A lot of people, no power, no water, cold as balls. So we're with you here. MK Care, if don't nobody else care. So shout out to that and everybody else. If this show, Luke, could provide somebody a corny laugh, okay, once in a while to get their mind off the real ish going on in the world, then job well done. Hey, Luke, there was a little bit of...
It is the one and only Brian, the King of Connecticut, Campbell. Hi, Brian. How are you?
battling through a fairly gnarly case of seasonal winter. It won't stop from being frozen, cold, and snowy depression, Luke. I feel old. I feel like a beat-up truck. I turn the engine, but the engine doesn't turn.
Well, that's a great way to start today's show. I'm glad to hear that you are pumped, primed, and ready to rock. That's fun. You had a lot of talking to do before the show. What happened?
I was here through the whole pre-show meeting. I don't know, Luke, were you putting out fires in Abuela's room? I have no idea where you were, all right?
I was here. I was getting ready. All right, well, I don't know how... It's Brian Campbell. Hi, Brian. How are you? Also from CBS Sports. How are you,
Thank
sir?
you, Luke. Hi, Luke. We've got this afternoon, and we've got this show for two, so... There's only one thing left to do, Luke. Discover me, discovering you. 48 degrees today in the frozen tundra of Connecticut. I'm very excited to be here. Hump Day, No J Wednesday, spinning the wheel of death today, talking fights with you. We're back. A lot of great wellness checks done in my DMs from our fine listeners around the world. So thank you, folks. We're going day by day, hour by hour here, but today's a good day, Luke. Didn't even have to use the AK one time.
Very good. I'm glad to see that. I watched, what was the...
Taking it to the next level, inside humor, a lot of fun coming your way. I think this is going to become a thing, Luke. You know, we launch new merch, they buy it, right? No matter what corner of the world you live in. We want you to want me, and I want you wearing this, okay? All this bullshit, all right? There's going to be so much more coming. Many different colors and kinds, too, all right? Luke, I'm fine. Yes, we will, Luke. Luke, are we able to talk this much crap because he doesn't speak English or what? I mean, he'll find
Probably. We're probably running our dumb mouths by virtue of a language barrier. Yes.
He's very.
all right.
I will say his body is a wonderland, Luke. So
I would. If someone said, "Would you kill BC with your bare hands to have a body like Paulo Costa, I'd kill you twice. You understand? Wow. That's what I would do. I would fucking strangle the life out of you to look like that. Yes.
Wow. Okay, Luke. You could have, that was okay.
With that in mind,
you could have just been like, yeah, he's rock hard, bro. So am I now. All right, that would have been more than adequate. This sequence in particular.
Yeah, that was the ending one here, I believe.
Good
Close
God.
to
Ragdolling, Luke.
Yeah.
Matter in a movie, hot tramp, daddy's little cutie, ragdoll.
Fuck.
Okay. Rinse and repeat, Luke. All right, let's go to Zone. We did get footage of the new boat you bought over the weekend. Check out this pic. All right, take that, Rob Thomas. If it's 3 a.m., you must have left your son lonely. He has accomplished a few things. Please, moving on.
Not bad. That's not bad.
There ain't no party like an Angolan party, because an Angolan party lasts until we break off the window bars, Luke. Check out this event. This guy grinding up high, Luke. Wow.
Damn. So, well, you know what? You can't really say it's really lowering property value, can you?
Now it is, but wow, Luke, wow.
Not much.
What do you think happened
he got the belt put around him. He did not feel all that great. Maybe if you hear him tell it, his friends came over and they were kind of bigging him up, and he's a young guy, and that was a weird event, and he didn't do anything wrong. And, his friends are kind of putting the belt on him and they want to take a picture because they want to be with the champ. Dude, I can understand why you might feel differently at 3 a.m. than you did, whatever the case, when you're around your buddies. Like, this is a fucking scandal. The rules are what you should pay attention to and nothing else. That's the end of it.
And if it's 3 a.m., your father must be lonely, Luke. Indeed.
All right. Speaking of, it's not a rematch, but speaking of fights that we are, let's say, anticipating, BC, it's now official, big guy. UFC 2.
All right. Luke, we have a couple more segments for you today. We want to keep it rolling. But one thing to remind you, Luke, do you know what month it is?
It's March.
Yeah, there's a really big thing in sports that happens every March, Luke. It has affixed our imagination many times. I mean, Luke, where were you when Bryce Drew hit that buzzer beater, right?
Yeah, I don't really watch college basketball.
I mean, where were you while we were getting high? That's what I want to know, Luke, because I've watched
I was in the room with you.
Okay, all right. Well, Luke, speaking of March Madness, you can create.
Yeah, it's a very.
I can understand your liberal stance on that. You live in a city where a man.
Why does it have to? Wait. Why is this at all liberal? Why is this? You're politicizing something that is based clearly on evidentiary purposes.
Got his job back. It's the legacy of Marion Barry. Well done, Luke. It was a joke. Could you never? I mean, I know I'm not allowed to joke about Columbia, but if I bring DC into the joke, and I'm not talking about Cormier.
Here's the problem. I can't tell where your jokes end and your actual points begin.
And your actual ignorance lingers. Yes, Luke, okay? Can I, all right. Luke, I just, I'll be honest about something. Instead of a war on poverty, they got a war on drugs in this country so the police could bother me, okay?
Seems that way. Right? Seems that there might actually be some evidence for that. So,
yes.
One last time, Dr. Carl Hart, Drug Use for Grown-Ups, Chasing Liberty in the Land of Fear. There you go.
All right. I enjoy that tip. I will look up your book, Luke, okay? Will I read it? That's another story. Do I even read, Luke? Do I read? I don't know.
Is reading art? Is reading?
Does reading lead to art? Hey, Luke, I just finished another painting. You want to see it?
Yeah. It is Monday, the 15th of March, 2021, and it is time, I guess, for afternoon combat. Hello, everyone. My name is Luke Thomas, and all the way from Washington, D.C., I say hello. The gentleman on the other side of the screen, he is the Puerto to my Rico. He is the Dominican to my Republic. He is the Motel to Seis. Desde Motel Seis from Puerto Rico. It's BC. Hi, BC. It's a nice hotel you're staying in there.
Luke, both you and the viewers and the listeners are showing tremendous restraint for my situation. So I could just thank you for that. But, all the tweets I've been getting as I've been swearing out Islanders over the past hour of Fire J. Guy doesn't even work here, people, okay? Put it on me. This is BC's fault. We're here, though, Luke. Skyrockets in flight. Afternoon
delight.
You know that song's about,
Is it getting high?
No, it's about like Flagpole Sitta by Harvey Danger, right? It's about, Yeah.
I'm glad your eye is on the prize, BC. As all the way to Puerto Rico, you're still making jerk-off motions to our camera after being 4.5 hours late. I'm glad you really seem to understand the gravity of the moment. Good job.
Luke, I have nothing but nice things to say about the people of Puerto Rico. They've been through a lot.
Yeah, you beat Dan Hooker, and then you beat Justin Gaethje, buddy. You've earned a UFC title shot when those are your first 2 fights. And let's say he does it in, Michael Chandler fashion. How could you possibly deny him at that point? It would be a...
Y'all can't deny it. He's an effing rider, Luke. You know what I'm saying? No?
Yes.
No?
I understand. Okay, well, I see you're kind of fading out and losing steam. I thought you were going to bring that energy today, but,
What the hell are you talking about, Luke? I'm here, bro. I'm ready. I got nothing else to do in this island, okay? They don't let me outside. Okay. All right. Wow, what a drunk. I just can't wait for the segment to end. This is the worst idea we've ever had. Last spin, Luke. Here we go.
Dude, because your questions are weird. They should be something like hard for me to answer, like personal or something like that. But these are like, if 64 fighters jacked off in each other's faces, who would jack off first? I was like, I don't know. I mean, how many angels can you fit on the head of a pin? Fucking a billion.
Luke, how do you talk to an angel, right? How do you hold her close to where you are, right? I mean, come on, Luke. All right, give me the last spin here. The last time we'll ever screw around with this bullshit.
It's supposed to be hard to answer. They're just weird.
Oh, hey, MK, I'll frick you. Hey, why don't you share with everyone your dad's response to your new tattoo, Luke?
No, it wasn't great. It wasn't great. What are you going to say? Dad didn't care for it,
I'm sorry, Luke, I'm sorry.
Well, I'm 41, and, I own a home, and I have a kid, and I have a good career, and you would think that would inoculate me, so to speak, from those kinds of criticisms, but no, it doesn't. It doesn't. It actually does not.
I know, Rob. I want to push you around, I want to take you for granted. I know.
There's no 90s counter anymore. They gave up on your ass on this show. Jesus, did they ever? All right, BC. And also a reminder.
Please like and subscribe. As Luke said, we have so many really great ideas and plans for the future. We just need you to continue to help us get there. So let's be one team, one dream, okay? And then we can cream, get on top, cream, shaboogie bop, right?
All right. Very good. All right, keep your pants on. Okay, with that out of the way, let's start the show.
Right
Topic
there.
number one, Savickas, I think that's how you say it, is like the world's greatest Lithuanian strong. He's one of the best strongmen ever and is Lithuanian. So
all right.
You have to go with Zydrunas.
Thank you. Shout out to all my fellow lits. We get lit. I don't know if you call us lits, but we do get lit. So shout out to everyone in the green and yellow out there. Yes, Luke.
All right.
Luke, I am all about I'm Baltic by nature, not because I hate you, Luke. Okay.
Very good. All right. So it's time for when you get to ask us questions.
Every time you say "to the extent," which is one of probably your favorite newest catchphrase, I always want to be.
It's not a new catchphrase. I've been saying it since 7th grade.
I always feel like you're about to go to the extreme. I rock a mic like a vandal, light up the stage and have them jump like a candle, dance, right?
No.
Like a poisonous mushroom?
There are people on the internet who find this bullshit charming. You should know I'm not one of them.
All right. Currently searching for co-hosts. All right. Thank you. We've got a job vacancy out there. All right. Luke, it would be awesome if we will divorce.
Having some kind of
Puff Daddy like hope that Big B.I.G. dies so he can cash in.
Yeah.
I mean, is he really missing him?
I tend to think that they're all bullshit.
Is he really missing him?
Probably.
I mean, it's kind of hard when he's not around. Yeah.
Because a couple more albums I could have made.
Every day we definitely
keep going.
with you. Okay, thank you. All right.
They have to make change, or we will just have this conversation ad infinitum. If the greatest of all time can't get paid jumping up a weight class to take on that beast, dude, it tells you there is a massive incentive structure problem. All right, we got to move on though, BC.
The old way wasn't working, Luke, so it's on us to do what we got to do.
All right, topic number 2, BC.
I mean, can a brother get a little piece, right?
Yes. Fight announcements. There's 2 of them, BC, and they're so I could wait. This doesn't work out right because I punched someone in the face and I put pie in someone else's face. That's just 2 versions of the same thing. One's a little bit worse than the other.
Yeah, but the punch is off camera. No one has to know about this, Luke. Okay.
All right. In that case, Latori's going to be my co-host because I can't punch her or put pie in her face.
All right, so I got to punch or co-host with Joshua Fabia and Mike Goldberg.
Now, why can't you put pie in her face? Because you always got to worry about the payback. Some punk that you left up way back, coming back after all these years. Rat-a-tat-tat-tat-tat.
I'm just going to say this because I don't know how else to do this. I guess I'd punch Joshua Fabia and Brian, how are you?
Hello, Luke. 2 trailer park girls indeed are on the outside because guess who's back? Your friend, the beige one, the big BDE himself. I do, as you mentioned, want to shout out following my vacation in the mountains of Tennessee, the great performances by the original BBC, Rashad Evans, and also the honky AB himself, Aaron Bronstetter. But as you have said, Luke, I got an update real quick on that because this is part of this is a beautiful shirt here. I mean, can you see the back of my shirt, Luke? Can you see that shit, Luke? Okay.
Yes, it says, call me co-host. I wonder where you got that, BC.
I talked to the powers that be at Showtime. I said, look, I'm a man of the people. In fact, people, I will be there for you. These 5 words, I swear to you. I said, we need an update. I need to tell the people what's going on. Luke, they said May.
Where does the Jeremy Stevens shove, talking about with Drakkar Close at the weigh-ins, rank among the dumbest and weirdest reasons a fight has been called off? It's up there, BC. It's up there with Kevin Randleman hitting his head on a pipe.
That's always the reference, by the way, Randleman, and rightfully so. It's not that bizarre, how bizarre, but, you want to know the rest? Hey, by the rights.
All right. From Liam O'Brien, but I can't sleep, which is weird. So I was like, you know what, man? I don't think it's a good idea for, a man who feels like he's been sedated to be hosting Morning Kombat. Not a good idea. So, BC, I appreciate your flexibility and ability to drive the ship the way it needs to be driven.
Well, normally the irony there is that 24 hours to go, Luke. I want to be sedated, but not for Morning Kombat. And, Luke, the bad news for you is we have an match. Luke, before I get serious here, any other bits of ridiculousness you want to share?
No. We'll get to my article that I sort of wrote. It's not much writing, actually, a little bit later, so we'll plug that. But no, dude, I'm ready to get this thing going.
All right. Y'all want this party started, right? Y'all want this party started quickly, right? UFC 261 pay-per-view, Jacksonville, full house, sold arena. You're going to be tied to the TV whenever Anthony Smith shows up because you do certain things like that, Luke. You moved by Jimmy Crew here?
Yes, I like to give credit to fighters who deserve credit. Is that a thing?
I like to follow fighters sometimes for different reasons, but man, you love yourself some Anthony Smith. I mean, if it was a drinkable shake, Luke, you'd put it in the blender each morning. I mean, this is getting,
Listen, I would swallow my pride. I would choke on the rinds, but the lack thereof would leave me empty inside.
Yes. Wow, turn it inside out, Luke. I love it. Okay. Spider-Man meme moment.
Listen,
this is great.
listen.
We could have been hanging out years ago.
BC, I early 30s, and then there's going to be a guy that's going to take a little bit longer to get there, and they can still do pretty amazing things, but people will lose sight of that because they get impatient about their journey.
God, all you need is a trench coat, a boombox, a rainstorm, and in your eyes, Anthony Smith, the light, the heat, Luke. I mean, say anything, brother. I think you just said it. All right, let's.
Your eyes.
The final bit of UFC news is Dana White was.
So what it sounds like is they want to have a middleweight title fight earlier in the calendar, and they're just going to bump Rob out of the way and give it to Vettori in order to accommodate an expedited timeline. Okay, you didn't just say it that way.
Just that's what we always say. Look, if you're gonna sell me the lemon, tell me it's the lemon, right? I'll squeeze the juice out with you, but let me know. Be honest with me. Don't, like Brittany, Luke. Don't let me be the last to know what's really happening here. It's not that I don't like a Vettori Adesanya rematch. It's not that I don't think Vettori isn't surging and ready for a title.
What do you make of the fact that it's the same injury Silva suffered on him? I have to tell you, BC, we've gone over this. I'm not a religious man, and it probably is just coincidence, Occam's razor being what it is. But that is eerie. That is super eerie, is it not?
Yeah, that's super. Yeah, Mr. Play It Safe, was afraid to fly. He spent his whole damn. Yeah. Isn't it ironic, Luke?
Just you know,
Don't you think?
it's like rain on your wedding day.
I mean, it's a little too ironic, right? You know,
it's the
really
free ride. BC, it's the free ride you've already paid.
Yes. It's the good advice, Luke, that you just
didn't take.
Could you put the camera on Luke for 1 second? I got to change into character for the next bit. Thank you.
We need to like take these scenes where someone gets hyped up and just reenact them for each other, because otherwise no one's ever going to tell us this in our lives.
I've never had a hype man, Luke. I think I need a life coach possibly to get through this, you know.
We're never going to be in a situation where someone's going to like, you are the best motherfucker ever.
If we get to that level,
I want to be that for you. You're the best motherfucker ever.
I could be your hero, baby. Luke, you know, we need to get to the level. Okay, let's keep it going here. Little accident here on the BMX scene. Very regrettable ending.
BC, let me ask you a question. Are they white?
Yeah, well, they are, yeah. I mean, they turned that girl into a rag doll, met her in a movie, right? Hot tramp, daddy's little cutie.
Oh, white Betty, bam, balam. Oh, white Betty.
Bang, bang, wow, you know. Get on with that Cotton Eye Joe. I just been here a long time ago. Where did you come? All right, amateur boxing time, Luke. Anything can happen on the regional scenes, as we know, but
it was going to make for a hell of a weekend, BC, because you would have Rumble Romero on that Friday, including Archuleta and Pettis, so a title fight there. Then on top of it, the next day you'd have Canelo fighting Billy Joe Saunders, and then that same day you would have had Dillashaw and Sandhagen. Still, I'll take 2 out of 3 ain't bad.
That's what Meatloaf said.
Okay. All right. Let's get to topic number 4.
I mean, he did. He said it, bro.
I mean, what do we even say at this point? There was a hilarious...
That was nice of you. Like Kobe, you're a girl dad, so that was very nice of you to embrace that, Luke.
Yes, she was very sweet. And also, my daughter had a birthday yesterday, so I'm in a pro-daughter mood. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, but don't call me daughter, right?
Not for yet, tool.
Will remind me. Don't
I think that's it for us today, BC. This show sucked today, huh?
You could argue it was one of our best, just for randomness. But yeah, it was pretty bad. It
lacked a little bit of coherent.
Instagram and Twitter. Luke and I have our handles there as well. So hard to handle, too cold to hold. They're called Morning Kombat, and they're in control of this here combat game. So I don't know if you listen to other cringy shows on Monday, but stop it. Stop that shit right now. All right. So let's get through quickly here. You know, he's still marketable to a degree, fun fighter to a degree, you know, quasi world class to a degree. I don't know the terms of his contract, but is it almost closing time here, Semisonic?
It's pretty close, dude. To be 37, we talked about with Tyron Woodley, 38, 39. I think he's...
What are your eyes? Because your eyes are a lot more trained to this than mine. In fact, Luke, I was prepared to mail in this show until I remembered how exciting Prohatska is and made me, and my blood's just boiling right now. But your eyes can see, Luke. I mean, if you could only see, right? Right, Luke? You know, maybe you'd understand. Do you understand the flaws in this man? Can they be exposed by an elite here?
For sure. I mean,
his native Cameroon. Luke, the people were going shit for that. They were going crazy. I love it. I love when this happens.
I did see this. He posted a bunch of it on his Instagram feed. Dude, he was meeting heads of state. He put the belt on his family. He's got this hero's welcome. It's unbelievable to watch this.
Yeah, heads of state, lawyers, doctors. No one was too hip for her. Luke, I will say this. One day, I hope in my factory town, Naugatuck, Connecticut, I can do something good enough to get one of these things, Luke, okay? Maybe.
You won't.
Maybe when Factory Town MMA gets its first world champion. Maybe. Okay.
I think we know at the very least we're getting the best of what the hell Rumble has left. And if you saw him on the scales today, I mean, his body is a wonderland. I'll use my hands, Josh. That was ridiculous.
Yeah, I've known Anthony for a long time. We've been really close. And the thing is I saw him a year ago at his birthday party, and he was about 300 pounds.
No way.
Yeah, and I've got pictures of it. I actually posted him probably about 2 months ago, and he's like, there's no way.
But Donald Cerrone, he seemed to work extra hard to try to make sure I stay down there in hell. Did you hear this?
I didn't see what he said that was so bad. What did he say?
I mean, just a big no sell. But I knew it coming in, so I had to shake things up. I had to shake that bottle up and pour the soda on him to get him to play, play something.
You had the wet T-shirt contest.
Yeah, I mean, you're on stage with me here. Play me something. Play me a song, Curtis Lowe. All right. The whole point here about Cowboy, though, and we can, like Paula Cole, ask ourselves, Luke, where have all the Cowboys gone?
Get the fuck out of my life. Just get out of my life forever. Just walk out that door and never come back.
He told me there's another run left in him. There's another. That all just fun talk on this side, and it's still going to be Canelo Alvarez, the biggest star and best pound-for-pound fighter in the sport, doing his thing and doing whatever he wants? Or are you starting to get a little nervous that maybe BC has seen something, he smelt something, he can feel it coming in the air tonight?
Maybe my flatulence. No, I don't buy any of this.
Yo, don't never bet against the Gypsies. Never.
Why?
Did you see Tyson Fury, Vladimir Klitschko?
Yeah, that was bad. He got screwed. But I mean,
he's lending his name to the pot for us to learn about the new names, and we learned about Renan Ferreira, right?
Who has an 85-inch reach, which is officially longer than John Jones.
I mean, they say for 6'8" he stood, right?
This is how we do it. This is how we do it. I didn't even really drink. I had 2 drinks and I'm hungover.
Very, very Campbell-like. That's what I said, okay? I didn't say Goonies, bro. All right? So maybe you're dead wrong. Why don't you meet me in Temecula?
Spit those hot bars.
Why don't you find me at morningcombat@gmail.com?
Spit those hot bars.
Don't all y'all got sickle cell or something?
Oh, what the fuck?
I hit them up, right?
Why would you say that?
You tell me who run, right? When they see us, they run.
Are you repeating Tupac's line, making fun of somebody else for having sickle cell anemia?
Apparently you're not a fan of historic music, okay?
Okay. All right. I mean, maybe the edit button might need to be a little bit more in your life. Keep going.
All right, Luke, we got one more at 1 hour and 20 minutes of... Luke was off the wall today. Luke was I
don't have a week's worth of hotel sleeping in me. It turns me into a gargoyle. I can't do it.
I'm very bloated and pale, Luke. I got to work on this.
I will say.
You want answers. Look in the damn mirror.
Listen, I will say this.
Because that guy's asking me to make a change, right?
You don't look as red as you did on Wednesday. Definitely not as red. 100%.
If you want to make the world a better place, take a look at yourself
and then make that change.
Gonna make a change.
This is the dumbest fucking show. Can you believe we get collect a paycheck to do this? You know how what the fuck, Jay? Why would you say that?
Don't do that. Don't do it. We're out of here. We got a room service diaries. It's probably going to...
Brian Campbell.
Hi, Luke. Okay, hi. We're back. I'm back. Let's be back together. All right?
I can't quite read your sign back there. Don't...
really, it's an encouragement to people to understand where we are in the Great War. Don't bogard the MK, all right? Don't hog it, okay? Breathe out so we can breathe you in. Spread the word. Tell your friends, all right? Let's make this thing as big as it can be. Look, I'm so...
If he stays champion, that fight's coming. And there's no... If he loses it, then whatever. But, they're on a collision course at the current trajectory. So I can understand that. But I do think you're right. Magomedov is the one...
We could be in for 25 minutes of ragdoll meta in a movie. I mean, that's coming with that man. You know what I'm talking about here?
Certainly could be. Last but not least, be serious for a second. Not. I'm not saying be cynical, but be serious. Be fair. Be open-minded. Be reasonable. But draw whatever conclusion you want. But
I'll be true. I'll be useful. I'll be cavalier. I get what you're saying. Keep going.
Okay.
Yeah, it is what it is.
A friend of mine, by the way, just a theory. A buddy of mine who's an attorney in Connecticut. His theory, or I should say, not even theory, because you have to have some evidence for it. But his hypothesis is that. Maybe Johnson had a girl he had a fling with, and they maybe were using their cards in some kind of loose way. Because the moment that it happened was in 2019. Like Bellator would book your travel for this. You know what I mean? You don't have to pay for that. Bellator books it. But then maybe there could have been some kind of romantic thing where you still thought you were in. You know what I mean? How that can work when you're in relationships and spending money, and then you kind of break up, and they're like, oh no, wait.
I don't know. That was his hypothesis. I don't think it's all that well thought out. But what are you going to do?
Look, I would do anything for love, but I won't do that.
You won't do that?
No.
All right. And then a couple of more notes here from...
It's the best show in combat sports, maybe even the best sitcom disguised as a talk show that they've ever put together, and it's called Morning Kombat, and it is Friday, May 14th, 2021. I'm going to get mine, so get yours. I want to see sweat coming out your pores. It's your boy BC, Brian Campbell, CBS Sports Showtime, coming to you live and direct from this McDonald's Wi-Fi we got going on here, on location for...
You saw, but Las Vegas is wide open, no masks, no rules. You can walk around with if you got a big... They're going to search it, right? It's back, baby. So I hope to see people in Vegas for... Connor Poirier 3 wearing our shit, Luke, especially the international folks. I can't wait. Brother.
I don't know how much internationally.
My name is Brian Campbell of CBS Sports and Showtime, a very beige bastard himself right here. You know me. Do you like me? It's up to you. But I know you like this show. Morning Kombat, the best thing going today. And a lot of that is because of that surly bastard next to me. He only drinks coffee at midnight when the moment is not right. His timing is quiet. Yes, unusual. It's Luke Thomas of the same channels. Luke, we're back. All right. Well, the story here is Vanderford and whether, a win could actually get him the title shot, or does he need an exceptional win? Luke, he's a small but solid betting favorite here, Vanderford. We know he can wrestle. He leans on it. He falls right into it. He'll grind. He'll ragdoll matter in a movie for 3 rounds. Luke can just dominate and control in that. But is he going to have to dominate on the feet to do that thing where Scott Coker is done watching that fight and going, yeah, he's ready. Let's put him in the title shot now. Unlike Luke's Real Madrid fandom, we're at least being upfront with what's really happening here. So shout out to that. Luke, notice you didn't mention at all that the new merch is coming. Notice that you just avoided that topic altogether.
I mean, hold on, BC. Why should I? What reason could I possibly give today for the fans to take us even halfway seriously on this claim?
Thank you. I mean, it's not always there when you call, and it's never on time. It is Morning Kombat merch 2.0. Thank you.
Yeah, I play out first.
I saw Joanna commented on our IG and said, I'll be back at ATT next week. Let's get at it. So it's, it could be worse for her, Luke. Okay. She's going to improve.
Fair enough. All right. From at lovely Rita Metermaid 265.
Yeah. Where would I be without her? Right, Luke? Right.
What are your favorite guilty pleasure musicians or songs?
Great question. Great freaking question. Luke, I've gone on record, man. Let's do it, Luke. So what do we do every weekend? Every week we scour the globe, Luke, for the highs and lows, the good, the bad, the ugly, all the in between in combat sports and beyond. It's called. Have you seen this shit? Oh shit, Luke. I deleted the email with all the shit in it. I mean, can you give me a minute, Luke? Can you vamp for a second?
Yeah.
I know it's a live show.
Should we tell people what actually happened with the merch and who we'd love to blame?
I mean, keep going, Luke. Keep going, okay?
I'm glad you came prepared. It's good.
I know.
Smart.
You just give me like 20 seconds here, okay?
Why do birds suddenly appear?
Yeah, keep it going. You're doing well. You're doing well.
Every time you are near, just like me, they long to be.
All right.
Close to you.
Luke, we start in the UFC.
Close to you.
It's UFC Fight Night in Vegas, Luke. Lightweight could be. Hey, Luke, it's a growing phenomenon on the show. Dirty Dancing fails. I got another one for you this week.
Oh, hell fucking yes.
These two have had the time of their life, Luke.
Wow, look at these honkies. Yep, bang. Look at these
They've
two
never felt like
honkies.
this before. Yes.
Yes,
I swear. I mean, it's the truth, Luke. They owe it all to you. All right.
Again,
hey, we
the
talk.
4 of them together couldn't bench press the bar, and look at this.
Luke, I want to prepare you for Fury Wilder 3 on July 21st week as well during fight week. And Luke, we are just days away, you and I, from hopping on a plane, heading on down to South Beach, taking our talents there. Meet me in Miami, right? You know what I'm saying?
I can't wait to see you in Miami. We got a weekend off because, by the way, we still need people to contribute questions to the mailbag episode. So if you want to do that,
we're recording that tomorrow. I was a bit doughy and sweaty, Luke. So
that gym, by the way, correct me if
fitness-
I'm wrong. I couldn't tell, but that gym looked like it was maybe 10,000 degrees inside.
It was hot as hell on the streets. My hands were all bloody, Luke, from punching on the concrete. Goddamn, homie. I mean, look at me right there. I look like just a sweaty old dad, and that is exactly what happened. Luke, I picked that floral pattern to try to, distract the viewers from my extra weight and my complexion. It didn't work. I'm sorry, it didn't work.
Well, I'm sure the interview was.
We got this guy who works for us, Brian Campbell. He loves Crazy Town. He won't stop talking about it.
I really wish I had done that at that time, Luke. I really wish I had not, had done a National Guard or something like that, or even entered, what you did. How much would I have lasted? It would have been bad early. And Luke, I'm sure it's bad early no matter how tough you are. That's a test of everything you're made of, right? It's a reprogramming, right? It's a strip you down to build you back up. I could have lasted because, Luke, jokes aside, I am factory tough. There's a reason I am where I am now, Luke. It's not always because of my greatness, but I do have that thing, right? That perseverance, that willingness. Luke, I get knocked down a lot, but I get up again, Luke. And so far, you're never going to keep me down, right? I'd like to believe, Luke, that I would have. No, in fact, I know it, Luke. I know what's in here. I know what's under this.
Kind of like you can already just count it. You don't even have to think about it.
I mean, it would have been gross. I would have cried a lot, Luke. Probably. I would have.
I didn't cry until I graduated. I didn't cry. I'll say this: my CBS Sports brethren on the other side of the screen, the King of Connecticut next to Apathy, which makes me self-titled, the one and only BC Brian Campbell. What's up, player?
Yes, he may be Apathy. I'm more melancholy, though, without the infinite sadness. So, Luke, happy to be here. Hump day, no Jay Wednesday, but today it starts, Luke. Okay, you know what I'm saying? It starts. All right.
Yes.
South Beach.
We leave.
We coming. Okay. Okay.
We leave on a metal bird today. Right after the show, we head to Miami to go watch.
Jay was let go of the show, I think, but we never told the audience. We never gave them the climactic scene right there. And then suddenly he's just back. We show up in Mohegan and Jay's there. Nobody knows what happened. Nobody knows why. And then suddenly somebody's got COVID and then we're back home. I don't there were a lot of hopes and dreams in ways and means for this doc that never seen the light of day. In fact, this much through it, we might just want to shelf this idea.
In Roanoke too, also everybody's showing me love and support, man. I'm super, super gracious, and it's a huge blessing. I wish I had my sponsor list with me, but shout out to all my sponsors, especially Fusion CBD products. They've
Fusion,
been.
can we get a little bit here, please?
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, pass the Ducci to the left side, Fusion. Thank you.
But
how about the fight, though? Because we don't know. You were kind of the Pat Barry to my Rose in the gym today when we worked out for MK Doc cameras.
I said you are the best MFer ever.
Yeah,
I did say that.
You're damn right. Rose and I also both Lithuanian, so it's where champions are made.
What's the capital of Lithuania?
Anyway, back to the nature at hand.
Very quickly, Badu Jack had a fight against a late replacement. I forget the guy's first name, even last name Kalina.
Dervin Kalina.
That fight.
They're just going to throw him to the wolves, I think, and then just see. You want to swim or whatever the metaphor is at this point. You want to handle your business in the space. Let's see if you can do it, and that's the end of it.
That's the look. Masvidal's the most they can get out of him right now for money, in my opinion. They're not putting him in there against Diego Sanchez and putting it out as the opening bout of a fight night card. I mean, they're just not doing that, Luke. He demands a big price tag. There's a fan favorite level. You got to swing big. So give him that Biggie. Give him that one more chance, right?
Yeah, I guess. All right, some other quotes here from Dana. By the way,
yeah, it is Friday, June 11th, 2021, and you ain't got shit to do. So it must be time for Morning Kombat. Yes, the only show that's got you shook up, shook down, shook out on our loving. My name is Brian Campbell, that pasty beige bastard himself, the CEO of Good Times and Great Oldies in these parts. And with me, the around the way boy himself. He's, the best analyst in the world today. Specifically, who's never had a pro fight, okay? Yes, that's a thing. His name is Luke Thomas, and Luke, Orange...
it's a hell of a weekend for fisticuffs.
Very true. Very true. If you've only been in these parts dealing with all things Paul Brothers, I will be there for you guys. These 5 words, I swear to you, I will not mention those names on this show. It's pretty much all MMA all the time. Maybe sprinkle in a little mini boxing preview, but we're back with a bang. It's Friday.
Look, humanity.
Okay. Did you just come fresh from the barbershop and fly from the beauty salon? And did you save money by not paying for Matt Barnes' barber?
I didn't pay for Matt Barnes' barber. I paid for the normal barber that I go to. Shouts to Hell's Bottom in Washington, D.C. Take good care of me over there. And I got it yesterday.
Did you say Hell's Bottom, Luke?
That's the name of the place I go, Hell's Bottom.
Sounds like me after the China buffet. You know what I'm saying, Luke?
Yes, I've had a couple of Hell's Bottom situations myself, but no, it's a good place.
They got me ringing. Hell's Bottom. All right. Luke, any weekend plans before we get serious here? You got anything? I get what you're saying. There's more opportunities for him to create a giant error from Edwards, which doesn't typically happen. But Luke, Nate's also got a lot of scar tissue that I wish you saw, and you leave him in there for 25 minutes. You know, that's not something that can help him just the same. Do you need to see Nate? More on that to come. Rashad, let's head over to the gym. No, this isn't 1978, Rashad, but what the hell's going on here?
Oh, man. BC, he got your jeans on, man. Those are your pants. I know your pants when I see them. Those are your jeans. Those jeans are on your team, for sure.
Bill Bottom Blues, bro. You made me cry. This is special. What is he smuggling under there, Rashad? Is he taking people over the border with those things? Good
What is going on? Just the tightness at the top, though. It's got a little tight. Oh, my goodness. And then that's terrible.
Rashad, wow, Cat just opened the door. Zoe is here. Luke, look. I mean, when we get a visitor, right?
Yeah, you got to show the world. Let's see the cat.
Show the world, Zoe, right? She's the best. Big fan of Zoe. Yes, she's violent though. She's a little bit violent, so we have to be careful, right, Zoe?
That cat is gonna fuck you up, bro.
Yes, she will. She bites like down to the bone, Luke. It's real, like, but it's like a love bite, Luke. I don't really usually mix joy with pain, like sunshine and rain, right? Yeah, big fan of you. Okay, there we go. Okay, Luke. Greg says, when
gentleman on the other side of the screen holds many of the same designations from CBS Sports as well as Showtime. He also happens to be the king of Connecticut. It's Brian Campbell. What's up, BC?
You know, Luke, just fired up, thinking about taking over the world, right? You know, I mean, that's the thing. Like, I'm ready to penetrate all of our fans. I want to run through your wicked garden because I heard that's the place to find you, and you're in the right place. Okay, Luke. I don't know, Luke. Are you intentionally dressing up like a high school nerd, Luke? All you need is a pocket protector.
I'm wearing a polo shirt. Does that make me a nerd?
No, it's
Kombat.
Oh, yeah. It is Friday. You've come to the right place. This right here is Morning Kombat. My name is Brian Campbell, CBS Sports, Showtime, the BBC with the big D.
Don't even.
E.
Don't even.
The man who's beige as F. Okay? All that and then some. Tall, pale, and handsome. It's your boy BC right here. 6'2" with green eyes. Smile like the sunrise. You know where I'm going with this, Luke?
You're giving me diarrhea already.
I mean, what would you do if your son was at home, Luke? This is Luke Thomas, my co-host here, and this is a big show we got.
It's Brian Campbell, BC. How you doing, bud?
Luke, I'm sweaty. I don't know if you saw my Gervonta Davis instant analysis show from my basement late Saturday night. There's like record heat in good old CT. I'm sure the rest of the country these days, it was hot as fuck on the streets. My hands were all bloody from punching on the concrete, Luke. G-damn, homie. My show is playing tricks on me. We still have a show, Luke?
Yes. Yes, we still have a show. Yes.
All right. Fired up as always. Luke, you know, we shout out regularly a strong part of our fan base and thank them. We shout out our sponsors. We never shout out our potentially single or recently divorced female listeners, Luke. Even the Cougars need love once in a while. So if that's your situation, MK cares, if don't nobody else care.
All right. Well, there you have it. If you're recently divorced, sorry. There you go. Hey, we got a lot to get to today, BC. I think we're doing Wheel of Death today. I could be wrong about that.
I got a question to ask you, you freeloaders. What type of games are being played? How's it going down? Is you with us or what? You think I'm trying to give you a nut? Just because honeys want to give me the butt? I have no idea what that means. But what I do know is that if you love us and you spend time with us 3 days a week, it's really not much of a commitment to hit subscribe. The ride to 100K, the goal, we're getting there. We're close, okay? You want BC to get tatted up one day? Keep hitting that subscribe button. Follow us on the social channels below. Oh, yeah. Good gracious, ass is bodacious. It's Friday, July 9th, 2021. And this right here, Morning Kombat, Las Vegas, Park MGM, the setting. Brian Campbell, the BBC with that BDE. You know this man right here. The best in the world at what he does, the one and only Luke Thomas. Luke, it's
as well, but I did not get the feeling that he was in the kind of control as he was when he came into the UFC 205 pre-fight presser doing this bit, talking about his big Irish balls. It was a totally different McGregor than that.
It's hard because, you know, you're going to say, well, BC, you would have been very upset if he came out and was gentlemanly McGregor again.
He was this close to sending you to hell, too.
Well, look, I gave him that. See, here's the thing, Luke. I'll go up to the fire.
Yeah.
I'll smell it. You know, I'll taste it, okay? All right? I want you to pour some sugar on me in the name of love. He didn't have what it took in that moment, so score one for BC.
Was that like a Bon Jovi and YouTube
Luke, I will dig deep for the big live shows, all right?
All right. But, dude, what a weekend for the brand, and people seem to like what we did, and we were happy to make people happy. I know you feel the same.
My life is brilliant, Luke. Wow. I mean, what a field job by our people on that Friday live show, Luke. It's a feeling I'll never forget. I've taken a piece of it. I've inserted it inside my body. It's still here, vibrating, Luke. I'm ready. Talk about, you know, the road to 100K. We're coming. If you're gonna come on in this show, come on, brother. And these fans, they came out, Luke, and they came on.
All right, last but not least, let's go to topic number 5, BC. Give me another fight we've not talked about on this UFC 264 card. Give me somebody, something, somewhere. What stood out to you and why?
Well, there's a picture of Jessica Eye there, Luke. Jessica Eye's third eye blind was something, Luke. And that was a hard-fought battle there with Jennifer Mai. Celebrate at the end, and then she fell and lost the medal. He tried that, Luke.
You know, he tried to get cute with those baggy-ass Wranglers he's wearing.
Oh, my God. He kissed the... Excuse me while I kiss the ground, Luke. Okay. Let's go swinging, Luke. Nowhere else to go but swinging. I think they call this the swing of death, Luke. So he's got locals holding it down. He's trying to get that flip, bro. In Las Vegas, you do need a good 2 weeks. I mean, I ate borderline clean this time too, Luke.
Yes.
I know RSD.
I can confirm that you did. You really did.
I mean, you know, is RSD down with THC? Yeah, you know me. But outside of that, Luke, you know, I didn't really kill my body, but just the grind. 115 degrees, day after day, providing the MK folk with not what they want, Luke, but what they need. Okay? I'll be your huckleberry in this regard, Luke. Okay, you motherfucker.
Yeah, I tried to tell my wife that I was tired, but that was not a very convincing message.
No, that doesn't work so well. Yeah. TikTok, you don't stop. This is Morning Kombat, and we want to sex you up. My name is Brian Campbell, the BDC with the BDE, or some combination of letters there. CBS Sports, Showtime, the labels that used to pay me until they heard that intro. It is Friday, July 16th, 2021, and I know why you're here, because of my co-host. He's bearded. He's burly. His name is Luke Thomas.
And he might be a bitch. Some days, anyway. Some days. What's up, BC? How you doing, man?
Yo, TJ Dillashaw, without question, is the dominant storyline. Obviously, tied in there hugely is the fact that it's basically a number one contender bout, and that this is like a pay-per-view quality level fight that's going to be a main event here on a seemingly random fight night, which, as you mentioned, Luke, has a lot of good storylines and fights to itself. I mean, I looked at this card on Wikipedia and was like, your body is banging, baby. I love it when you flaunt it. Time to give it to daddy. Tell me, how do you want it, right? Well, you know how I want it. I want to find out if TJ Dillashaw still has it. Yeah, back at it 5 or 6 minutes late due to Luke Thomas's computer. It is Morning Kombat, the only show that hits the skins for the hell of it, just for the yell they get. For for the smell of it. They want the bot. Here's the hot rod. Your boy BC. Friday, July 23rd, 2021. CBS Sports and Showtime are my employers, probably until the end of this show. Brian Campbell.
That L.
Okay, yeah, we'll take it. Hey, very cordial this week. Look, they look, there's some like bosses throughout history that like they won't respect you unless you like threaten to fight them one time and get in their face, right? And stand up to their abuse, right? We're like that with our listeners too. I mean, they brought it. We respect that. Okay, you're part of the team. Come on in.
And it doesn't mean we respect every time that they bring it to us, because they have to come correct as well. But the reality is we get shit wrong and they got to call us on it. So there you go.
Look, everything you do, Luke, you got to come original, right?
Omaha styling. You know, who wouldn't want to do that?
I mean, goodness, who cares about the color of her? Yeah, all right, enough Amber jokes there. Look, all right.
But I am wishing you a belated happy birthday, and I'm glad to hear that. Did you do anything like fun for your birthday?
Well, I was lying on the grass on Sunday morning of last week, Luke, indulging in my self-defeat. So it was a very chill day, but I did. My parents sent me some cash in an envelope, Luke. I felt like I was 15, and I took that right to the record store. Okay, Luke. So I had a pretty good chill day.
Never turn down free cash. Is always just a good policy.
Never.
All right, go. And if you'd like to try Showtime, which, by the way, you're going to need to watch Saturday's fights, BC, you got to go to Showtime.com. You can get a 30-day free trial. If you like it, you can keep it. If not, you can go do something else. Sorry, what were you going to say?
I was going to say that, we want to wake up where you are, folks, okay? We won't do anything at all, right? Just slide right in, like it, tell a friend, subscribe. You play a role in this, okay? It's not just Damian putting the MK on his skin, all right? It's guys like Tony Ballgame.
Once you're at that point, how on earth is it possible she lost that round, ... other than this inconsistent application of what positions are supposed to mean in key contexts? And I don't think the judges have a good grasp of it, and for sure, because of that, none of us do really either.
Luke, I almost wanted to double down on that one point, but I wanted to spin it into a question here. I don't suppose I'll ever know what it means to be a man, Luke. It's something I can't change, right? But I live around it. But TJ revealed afterwards the amount.
If you want to stay in combat sports, do the thing you're good at, which is bring in a storm and make it rain on these folks. And then when they can't figure out how to stay, I'm a tortured metaphor here, but you get the idea. The flurries, the blitzes, the chaos. That's the space in which she is an absolute dynamo, and you just don't see that over here.
Yeah, if I was Paige, I would swallow my pride, consider choking on the rinds, Luke, and the lack thereof has really left her brand empty inside, but it's time to go. But here's the deal about BKFC.
But I have royalty with me. He is the king of CT. That's Connecticut. He might be the king of CTE as well. One never knows. But he's my friend and yours. It's Brian Campbell. Hi, Brian Campbell.
Hi, Luke. I will agree with you and say that's who the fuck I am. Right there.
The king of CT or the king of CTE?
Whatever you want me to be, all right? I am whatever you say I am, Luke, and if I wasn't, then, hey, I switched around my office again, so I got to update the posters behind me, but new look, same old show, all right? Yeah, it's a deep plunge, and try that out. I did want to shout out all of our great listeners, Luke, who have done so much for us on this road to 100K. I want to give a specific shout out today to all of our sisters on welfare. MK cares, if don't nobody else care. So that's approved and confirmed right there. Follow us on the social channels below.
See, I figure it's more like Brenda's got a baby. We'll just trash can a motherfucker.
Wow.
That's a Vinny Paz bar. Sorry, wow. I had
to. You can follow us below. Our competition, Luke, is the UFC Embedded, the UFC Contender Series, the Joe Rogan Experience, and a defunct show that was once called DC and Helwani. So Luke says, humble brag, we got no chance of winning. You know what, Luke? Fuck your chances, bro, okay? And if you ain't down with MK, fuck you too, okay? Chino XL, das slow. You know what I'm saying, Luke, okay? Okay, bro? We're winning this
shit. I just think you have to be realistic about your chances. But, you guys are big believers in our chances, so why not see what happens?
Okay. There's a lot of people, Luke, that had they been realistic about their chances, they wouldn't be where they are today. Just wanted to point that out there. So we don't care
also,
if
a lot
you
of people
really
who
care.
Thought they had better chances than they did and ended up failing spectacularly.
As long as you go vote, okay? So I try, I pray, and I beg. Let's keep it going, though. We got a great show, as I mentioned today. Check out our shoulder content, of course. YouTube.com/morningcombat. We're giving it to you. All right. Sometimes, Luke, we don't do the right things, though. And that's why every Friday we have a segment dedicated to that. In fact, morningcombat@gmail.com is your email address to send in the things that we got wrong after speaking into a microphone for many hours per week. It's called Dead Wrong.
Dead fucking wrong.
All right, if you're going to come, you better come on. You better come original. Here we go. We start off. This is from Talal, Max, and Neat. I'm also told by many of our fans, speaking of Dead Wrong, Luke, that when you said on Wednesday Pat Barry was not black, meaning he couldn't be brothers with this guy, people are saying that Pat Barry is, in fact. So you can...
Yes, Pat Barry even messaged me.
Whoa, what, dude? How did this get to Pat Barry? Whoa!
Someone told him, and here's the thing: I'm dead wrong for it. I legitimately just did not know. I could have sworn he just wasn't. I just didn't know, and that's on me. Obviously, my fault. And someone told him, and so we were on Instagram. We talked very briefly about it, and he was cool. He was totally cool about it. He was like, "If I grew my hair out, I'd throw it out for you. It would be a lot clearer, but because he has the shaved head and obviously he doesn't have the darkest complexion you've ever seen, it was a little bit I didn't know, but wrong, totally wrong. He is a full-fledged member, so there you go.
Respect to Pat Barry. Respect. I mean, the fight with Czech Congo, Luke, is insane in the membrane, right?
It's one of the most insane fights I've ever seen.
All right, and you know, his wife's the baddest motherfucker in the world, Luke.
Yes, she's one of them.
All right. Oh, I guess we're just lingering here for no reason, Luke. Check if this isn't my third one, but what if Patricio said, F it, I'm going down to 35 to become the first 3-division champion, and then we did McKee versus Patricky for the vacant title at lightweight. See, I could be a matchmaker, Luke. I'm, matchmaker, make me a match. That's what I do. Luke, my third and final question to your bitch ass is 5-0. You can admit the resume review resume review curse is real because Pitbull didn't just
Porky
lose.
Pig, you just spit that sentence out even worse.
Pitbull didn't just lose by decision, Luke. He got put to sleep with his own finishing move, bro. Resume review. You know what I'm saying, bro? Who's next? Okay, you want to put a Canadian under the spotlight? How about I put you under? How about I put your career under the resume review?
Yeah, I've already taken all the L's that are possible. Don't worry. There's not many more you can hand out that I haven't already seen. Listen, I'll say this.
Interviews afterwards. Although Big John was really cozy in this Delta variant season. Big John's putting arms around guys like, come here, come hug the big Papa Bear for the interview. I mean, can we get one of those long sticks maybe during this? You know, it was funny on the broadcast, Luke. Not too funny because I don't want to see anybody die, but when Moro's like, we're following California COVID rules, and then behind them, there's all these people in the front row with backwards hats, and they're doing crotch chops and stuff, and they're rubbing up against each other without masks, and Luke, there's so much drama in the LBC. You know what I'm saying?
All right, so Yamauchi gets a great win. And do these prelims, you can go to all of them. But Thomas, and I'm joined by Royalty on the right side of your screen. I believe it's right side of your screen. He is, he's Connecticut's finest because he's its king. It's Brian Campbell, who also has, I guess, AIDS. I don't know. What's going on, BC? How are you? You living?
Wuhan got you all in check, Luke. Right there. I hope everyone out there is healthy and good, Luke. Back up, because it's on LTMK and me, the B to the C. Luke, I am fired up, not just because a star was born over the weekend at Bellator 263, but it's Monday, Luke. Let's fire the people up. Let's let them. I want to see you get positive about this process, though, Luke. Don't try to paint us as the number 16 seed. Oh, can tiny Princeton backdoor its way to beating Georgetown in the 89 first? No, this ain't it, Luke. Okay, we're on this stage because we belong. Okay, so as far as I'm concerned,
it's more
the
like
Contender
fourth
Series,
seed, like Maryland.
Can eat a big fat dick, right? Embedded, eat a big fat dick. DC and Helwani, dick, okay? All right, you know where I'm going with this, okay?
You want everyone to eat dick. All right, podcastawards.com/app/sign up for best sports podcast as well as best male hosted podcast. You can go do that too. So either one of those would be great. We appreciate it. And if we win, trust me, our bosses will be very happy. All right? All right. So with that out of the way, BC, let's get now.
And we would have come out of there going, okay, Bellator had its big moment. We learned what we were supposed to learn. Let's move on and see what's next. Instead, AJ McKee, after round, hit a triple-double and hit an absolute monster home run for the promotion. And the reason why that is important, Luke, I mean, there's a lot of reasons. Let's not overlook the fact that he's a grassroots-developed star, and that Pitbull, where this night just all came together, it felt big. Having fans back in the arena at the Forum was very important. You had the hometown boy making good here in AJ. When Compton and Long Beach get together, Luke, you know they are trouble. And it just came together to feel like the major leagues. This was a big win for Bellator, one that they can build on, one that they can continue to build AJ McKee into the star that he looks to be. And really,
It's Thursday. It's about noon in Miami. Now it's fucking raining. We are going to the Versace Mansion for the Mayweather-Paul, basically media day, red carpet event. The robes are garish, but we're gonna fucking wear them. I've got a black one, he's got a yellow one. Mine's the color of my shit after a long day of drinking Pepto-Bismol, and his is the color of his dehydrated urine. This is really an inspired choice.
Still riding clean, making cheese, get my dick sucked. Still riding clean.
And then walk around with your pants
I
around
would-
your ankles.
I would probably grind. I'd probably do a couple DX chops to our competition and probably, I would do that. But Luke, I mean, I don't know. You know, I've got confidence. You've got, I've got hopes and dreams. You don't really have too many ways or means, Luke. But just imagine all the people, right? I mean, imagine you standing up there, holding that shit up there. Look what the fuck we did, bro.
You have to give it back when you go backstage.
I mean, we did this. What does it mean? I don't know. What do we win? Nothing. But we did this, and we did this together, Luke. So the best years of your life, Luke. Now, right now, this is your prime.
Dude. And I see you don't want to do these questions, but we still have like 10 more minutes. We got to.
No, there's no more questions, Luke. We ran through them already.
Did we?
All right. Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, bruh.
Wow, dude, this episode is gonna tank.
Introductions, man. I love it. I love it. I love it. The Tower of Ayahuasca Power.
That's what I'm talking about. You've made a lot of money taking your top off in public, and I'm very proud of you for that. So great to have you back on this show. We got a big show. It's been about 1 week since we've done one of these lives. So thank you, folks, for dealing with Luke and I's conflicting vacation schedule. Somebody screwed up. Somebody dropped the ball there, but we're here for that cheddar, indeed. All right there. So big fan of Rashad Evans. Thank you for joining us. Let's get into the headlines. It's been 1 week since we updated you and hit you strong. So let's start with our biggest topic of the past week, and it's what sets the stage. If we can get this nice little column right here flowing in. Thank you, Manich. But you know that face next to me, a guy who still prefers girls who wear Abercrombie and Fitch. It's MMA's answer to Elvis Costello, TSN's Aaron Bronstetter, making his second appearance on the Greatest Talk Show. Looking ahead to Bellator this evening, looking back at PFL last night. Canelo's in the news, a lot of great stuff, but we're going to close the second half of today's program right here on Morning Combat with a BC-only live chat. I am everything you want. I am everything you need. I do say all the right things at exactly the right time. So this should be a fine experimentation of all things ridiculous. So, okay? So, not everybody can do this. If you're a nursing mother, if you got heart issues, this show, I wouldn't try this at home. You may lose your job. Damn right may lose yourself. But the reason why I'm not afraid to do that is because you only get one shot. Do not miss your chance to go, all right? Opportunity. Want some mom spaghetti, right? So let's bring it. Let's bring it hard. Let's do this thing. You want 30 days for your Showtime? Why the heck would you not? Okay, Showtime.com/something. And what you'll get, like your boy BC has been the last week, I hope so. But, here's a warning to Luke and to all of you. Even if he's not, I'm bringing it. All right? You know what's going to happen this week in Cleveland? Two worlds collide. Rival nations. Documentary crews abound, filming everything. But who's BC going to be? He's certainly going to be ready, willing, and Gable. Why? Because BC's the American alpha.
Soft, and nobody could beat me. Nobody really could win around. Like I was a problem solver. I'm the one that was solving the Rubik's Cube of Wonder Boy, Damian Maya, Robbie Lawler, Carlos Condit, you name it, Darren Till.
Yeah,
all these people that people could not beat. They hadn't lost in 7 fights. Damian Maya had taken on people in this 12 fights in a row. I wrote the book for many guys to follow after that. That's why when you said I don't really need the respect. Down the road, people would document what I did. They would write about it. They would talk about it. They didn't like Muhammad Ali at the moment. Now we love him. We worship him, right? So I never got into this game to be famous. I got into it to be one of the
Yeah,
greatest.
forget about falling in and out of love with you.
I got that drop. I got that hit.
I'm sorry, he picked it up.
Yeah.
They're saying we got to let you go, so let's close
All
with
right.
this. Everyone's saying, who's Jake Paul going to call out if Winston?
Hey, Kelvin Gastelum's resume, dude, he has fought nothing but the best over 2 weight classes. You must
Yeah,
give him
but
credit.
my point, though, on the show,
So the
you
last thing I'll
weren't
say
there.
is his striking when he's executing on offense in close range, I like. To the extent he has to distance close, he gets timed constantly.
To the extreme,
Constantly.
I rock a mic like a vandal, light up the stage and have a jump like a candle, right?
I don't think that's the lyrics. Say it one more time.
No, I don't have to. So what I'm saying there is that at some point you are who you are in terms of your record, and Gastelum's entered there. But do you not give the same praise and respect I did in Cannoneer for figuring out the technical advantage there and winning the fight the way you did? Yes. Well, look, we have a dynamic personality in Jake Paul. There's no question.
Okay, we can close the show anytime now.
I'm losing my voice. Yeah.
Even
That's
the
me in
producer
corner.
saying we need to wrap it
That's
up.
me in the spotlight, losing my voice, Luke, okay?
And your religion. Michael
Yeah.
Stipe. Why don't you go to Athens, Georgia, Kenneth? What's the frequency?
Yeah, all right. Big week for reunions, big week for healing. More to come this week. Big fan of all you out there. Thanks for staying with us. I know we let you down in terms of announcements or timing.
We fucked it up.
We're not
We
always
fucked it
there
up.
when you call.
But we're always on time.
These two
No, we're not
words.
really on time either, but we're back. We back.
We back in a bit, like Pepe at 2 a.m. tonight.
You up?
You gonna come?
¿Qué tal?
Come on, bro. Okay, we brought it. Shout out to our great team who've put up with just mayhem this week. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you. We love you guys. Some of these guys I don't even know their names. To be honest, I feel very Luke Thomas like right now.
They're peasants. I don't
They
care
are.
about them.
Need you to get there. Also, that's it. I'm not selling anything else.
Let's go, dude, because I got shit to do.
Quite
literally.
Quite literally. For Luke Thomas, my name is Brian Campbell. Be safe. Take care of this, okay, folks? Be well, and we love you. MK care, if don't no one else care. Okay, we out.
Campbell BC, nice to see you, good friend. How are you?
Yeah, thank you so much, Luke. I'm doing great. Don't you know when you go, it's the perfect ending to the bad day. Like Sheryl Crow said, Luke, I hope that MK is everyone's favorite mistake because this show, is accidentally awesome. Only it ain't no accident, okay? There's art behind this. There's passion. There's fuel. So as I always say, if this ain't your favorite combat sports show up to this point, it will be.
Wasn't it Amy Grant who also said, you don't know what you got till it's gone, pink furry dice, pull up a parking lot, that kind of thing?
How about a genius named Joni Mitchell who actually wrote that? So
That's
Amy
right.
Grant,
She covered
no.
Joni Mitchell, yes, that's right.
No,
that's
not
right.
today.
I
not
got it from
today,
Amy
okay.
Grant.
But hey, shout out
BC,
to our friends. Shout out to our friends in the music business. Oteil Burbridge, friend of the show, Dead and Company, back on tour. Luke, I didn't get to catch them in Hartford this weekend because I had other plans. But great to see, and just like Dead and Company, Luke, chords, strings, we brings, right? Melody, MK, rhythm is life, right?
Well,
So
it's a shame that you missed them in Hartford, but the good news is we won't miss Dying Fetus when they play the 18th at Webster Hall. I'm looking forward to that experience, formative experience with you. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be awesome.
Yeah, meet me at the Waterbury Open. Yeah, indeed. All right, great.
All right, well, we got a lot to get to. Easy to bet. And by the way, of course, we understand. Some of you might watch NFL, some of you might not. Some of you might be gambling degens, some of you might not. But understand something. Of course, we want everyone to gamble responsibly. But if you want to get on that boxing action, BC, or that UFC action, they've even got a separate section on the app today for just Dana White's Tuesday Night Contender Series.
Wow.
Plenty of ways to bet.
I mean, some of y'all might get with this and some of y'all won't. But listen, let me clear my throat to tell you that for week 1, Luke, DraftKings is giving all new customers a free shot at the $1 million. Yes, you heard it right here. Friday, September 10th, 2021. Welcome on in. They gave me the microphone first because I can bust like a bubble. With BC and LT together, man, you know we are trouble. It is Brian Campbell, CBS Sports, Showtime, the labels that pay me to hold this microphone like a damn grudge, motherfucker. Yeah, I dropped an F-bomb this early. It's Showtime. What are you going to do about it? My co-host is, he's an edgy fella, but I got to be honest, he might be the best in the world at what he does. A bearded brethren in this game, Luke Thomas. It's Friday. You ain't got shit to do. Plenty of great stuff on there, okay? You want to wear a tie-dye dad hat that says MK on it? You want to have the Combat camper mug for your little. I know you like coffee and you like tea, but to be able to enter a final plea, you can pick up all this stuff at morningcombat.store. Okay, so please do that. We got the good shit there. Thank you very much. And Luke, we'll see if we can get a couple more specials out there. Maybe get your face on a piece of clothing. Maybe get this shirt out there in the ethosphere, as they say, Luke, right? Heavyweight, I think he's a light heavyweight. Luke, it was baffling that he got the contract. He looked like a homeless man's Yuri Prochazka, right? I mean, it had the taste and feel of a killer, but I didn't see it,
My feeling was, BC, that they were grading him on a heavyweight curve. So take that for what it is,
How about you
all
take
right.
that and rewind it back and get Mo Miller a contract? If I'm Bellator, PFL, anybody, if I'm Shatri and John Nash is wondering where he got that $400 million from, I'm calling Mo Miller tomorrow, all right?
Fair enough. All right, some quick hitters here before we call it. What up, folks? What up? How you doing, BC?
I'm doing great, Luke, because it's Friday, so you know what that means for our listeners?
You make rapey voices?
Well, that's part of the deal, but with their bitch slap rapping and their cocaine tongue, Luke, they'll get nothing done. They ain't got shit to do on this Friday, so they could be mine, and they will be today, watching this year's show, Morning Combat, on the 30th anniversary, Luke, of Use Your Illusion 1 and 2, the seminal Guns N' Roses double magnum opus that was released at this time when I was in 8th grade. Did that move you at all?
Not like it appears to have moved you.
All right.
No.
All right, we're continuing where we were on Wednesday, which is this show just straight on into that iceberg, okay? We're having a good run. Let's hope the band keeps playing, though.
Well, the show is fine. The show is fine.
We would like for you to...
Diaz looks great for as long as it lasts, but takes a big shot. His face, for folks who don't realize this or appreciate the depth of the problem, it is covered in scar tissue. Scar tissue cuts very easily. Dude, no one is talking about the fact that he could take one big shot from Lawler, the shit comes wide open. Granted, Vegas is a little bit more lenient with that than, say, his brother in New York City when he fought Masvidal. Still, a cut stoppage is very much in play here, even if he does well. There's a lot of ways this could just go in 1,000 different directions, man.
Yeah, soft-spoken with a broken jaw, Luke, right? I mean, so much damn scar tissue there. It's funny. There was a lot of what Nick said this week.
What's up?
Good weekend in the beautiful autumn, Luke, that is just about upon us here in New England. If you don't know, you should know, okay? What a time to be alive. I mean, fall, they say, Luke, is the best season, and there's no better place to celebrate it than here in Connecticut when you're the king. Happy to be back, Luke. I've willed, I've walked, I've read, I've talked. I've been here before, but like that song's next line, Luke, hey, now we won't be raped, okay? Thank you very much. Luke.
Days ago, I swear to God, this is true. And then I told him, because I hadn't talked to him like a week or something, and I told him, I was like, hey, I'm going to the Canelo fight for Showtime, and, we should be able to get a sit-down with him. And the first fucking word out of his mouth was, oh, yeah, if you're going to go to Vegas, can you check in on one of my rental properties? And I was like, wow, okay, all right.
Come on, Dad. Come on, Rob Thomas, right? You know what I mean? I know you're not crazy. You are just a little unwell, though. All right, Luke, I found a father who does care. Let's hear from him right now. Dan, believe that. My name is the BBC. With that, BDE, the American Alpha himself, Brian Campbell. Word to your moms, I came to drop bombs. I got more rhymes than the Bible got Psalms. And my co-host is sitting next to me. Many people... would question whether he actually is younger than me, given the color of his hair, but he is. And he's the best damn fight analyst in the game today, 42-year-old Luke Thomas.
I don't know about eventually find his way back there. This one, to me, that you asked about the claims from TJ Dillashaw, this to me does not ring as hollow as it typically does when fighters dismiss their adversaries. There's a kernel of truth, as you stated earlier, to this one.
Yeah, as Motley Crue once sang, Luke, don't go away mad. Just go away. We'll see what happens with Aljamain Sterling's future. I have no idea what that means. All right, two more quick ones.
It literally means nothing, but okay.
Yeah, absolutely nothing. Hey, Jake Paul.
One.
All right. See you at the Waterbury Open this Saturday. All right, Luke. Look, this isn't another Manscaped pre-written read. I like on Tip to Tip, of course, to give you 70s records recommendations, but I also like to come original and come real. And not dodge the fact that most of us, although we have some female, shout out to our female listeners who, by the way, who slip through the cracks now and then and reveal themselves. I respect you. We need you. Thank you. But Luke, most of us are like me. They're 40 washed and male. Luke, I have a history of taking off my shirt. It's been, oh God, that should be illegal in most states to drop a reference like that. Luke, I have a long history of being uncoordinated, stubbing my toes, and also, look, we're men. We're rough. We come from factory towns. We don't do heavy toe care maintenance. Look, I mean, I'll trim my toenails when they're long enough to climb a wall barefoot, but I'm not looking to.
What's that? Although that last win, Luke, when she rallied, who was it against in the third round there when her coach fired her the hell up?
Oh, I forget, but she got the speech from hell.
Yeah, and she brought the thunder.
Speech,
but
Yana Kunitskaya.
There you go. The wife or the future wife maybe of Maheta. Maybe on the way. Mad bills to pay. I mean, it's part of the deal, you know.
Yeah,
That's why you drink Tanqueray.
Yeah,
okay?
believe me, I know, buddy.
Okay. Luke, so Aspen Ladd could and should, but there's a lot of questions coming in. If she gets
hard to do, but
pretty ridiculous.
Dude, she beat, who was it? Gomez Romero or whatever her name was from Argentina. Godinez beat her I always say big bank take little bank, 84s and candy paint. I mean,
is that a dirty comment?
No. That's a Paul Wall. Shouts to Paul Wall. Yeah, it was bad.
I don't go down that road. Luke, are you fired up anytime Nate Landwehr is back on the card? It'll be
back like a bag hat. Jesus. I mean, I'm the worst person in America. Back like a bad habit. Washed like your favorite pair of jeans. I'm struggling today because I had to get up at 4 a.m. because that's life. Hello, everyone. My name is Luke Thomas. I am one half your hosting duo from CBS Sports and Showtime, joined by a much more refreshed looking than me, still washed like your favorite pair of jeans, though, King of Connecticut, Brian Campbell. What's up, BC? How you doing, boss?
Luke, I can clean up well to cover the washedness, but eventually by the end of the show, it'll seep through. I'm doing great, Luke. Why? Because, I'm back at the controls here of the best damn combat sports talk show there is, period. Luke, this phenomenon is so strong that we had to put it in a song, and it goes like this. Whoa, MK is the color of your energy. Yeah. Whoa, let's talk about fights and punani. So, I mean, would there have been a better way for me to start this Monday, Luke? No.
These are songs I sing while taking a dump, and then you come and do them on the show. It is an amazing lack of
that
just
means
there.
I live rent-free in your brain. That's what that means, Luke. Right?
Rent-free. Well, it's not about you. It's about my dump usually. But
okay, that's all I got to say there. Luke, you love it when dirty dancing goes wrong and white people try to Swayze themselves to neck and back injuries.
Yep, here we go. You deserve every bit of this.
She's had the time of her life, to be fair. Oh, God. Hey, baby.
I like how in the end he wasn't holding on to her, just her clothes.
Yeah.
He's like, yo, let me take off your bra to help you break your fall.
Oh boy, yeah. I mean, he is the one man that she can't get enough of, Luke, okay?
Dude, you know what? Practice your break falls, kids. Because
all right.
It's going to prove valuable.
Luke,
recharge his offense, tighten up some of the issues he's had, beat Usyk. Well, dude, now you're talking about maybe not forgetting the past completely, but you're talking about a brand new future in certain ways. That's also on the table here. Not just getting past Usyk, but making people believe you really have a chance to beat all of your contemporaries if they're put in front of you. That's a tall order, but it's one he could possibly achieve for sure.
He could put the past away, Luke. I wish he would step back from that.
Let's see. Did they get the counter? Let's see how young our staff is. Did they get the counter? Nope, they didn't
Luke
get
has
it.
so often told Manich, it's not your fault, Corey, that you were born in 1997. Okay.
You seem obsessed with that, and I'm not sure why.
It was so arrogantly. It was so arrogantly delivered. It was like, oh, Corey, you wouldn't understand because you were probably born in the late 90s and you didn't watch.
But it's not a function of arrogance. It's a function of math. You literally weren't born then. You had no say over this. How was that arrogant?
It was the delivery mechanism and the person delivering it.
I tend to think you're reading into things, but
I haven't
okay.
held it against you per se. It's a comedic bit, but it does bring to life with Luke. You
I
know?
literally was
It's
just
the
like,
life I've
hey, the
chosen.
math. This is the story of my life. I will literally say something like, hey, the math doesn't work out in a way that you could or anybody could make this work, right? It's just the math's not there. Oh, you arrogant bitch. What are you bringing up math for? It's like I'm literally just pointing to the math. I'm not making a value judgment per se.
That's
just
why
that
you
it
block
doesn't-
them.
It doesn't.
fuckers,
It
right?
doesn't work. Story of my life, dude. What are you gonna do? All right. Topic number 4. BC. My friend and yours. It's Brian Campbell. Hello, Brian Campbell.
Hello, Luke. Hello, Luke. People know what they get when they get this show, right? If they get it, they know what they get. Okay. We light a candle. We run laps around the English Channel.
Neptune's
what?
got a Cocker Spaniel.
What, right? I mean, what else is there to say, right? You got narratives. What do you got? Okay. We got the best damn show in combat sports going today. BC, LT, okay? Sometimes DK, sometimes Bukake. We're going to stir it around regardless, okay? We're going to stir that shit up.
Dude, I remember when that song came out. I was a freshman in college when that song came out. I'm like, let me get this straight. The opening bars are, we light a candle, run laps around the English Channel. Neptune's got a Cocker Spaniel. That's the name. That's what we're doing here. Okay. All right, Noriega. I see what you did.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
I'll forgive you because the CNN album is good. But other
Probably
than that,
because you forgave him because the song is the shit, Luke. Okay, that's
it was
why you
good.
forgave
It was what? It was a good song.
Friends, this is a hell of a day for Morning Combat merch history, okay? Smoke them if you got them. Rah, rah. It's that time. Can I go there, Luke? I'm going there. All right?
By the way, there were like 2 times you made 90s references there, and the counter didn't go up either time.
Well,
as
you often tell our staff, it's not your fault you were born in 1999. You know, that's what happened there, Luke.
Post high school.
Luke, let's just say it. Thank you very much. Hey, what do we got today? Loving, right, is what I got. But we got a great show looking ahead to a loaded Fight Island Abu Dhabi UFC 267 card. Look back. Very good. Sneaky. Wow, I'm breaking stuff. For our great staff, Gaff Pierre on the 1s and 2s, Luke Thomas, I am your boy BC, telling you, we love you. Take care of your head, okay? Hard work good and hard work fine, but first take care of Ed. We out. Love you. Thank you.
Fox News Rising Star.
Luke, your water bottle's showing. I'm trying to be professional.
There's no label
this is
on it. It's
probably
fine.
as buttoned up as we've ever been for an MK, right?
Quite literally, but this got no label on it, so we're fine.
Okay,
We're
I
good.
don't have makeup on my face, so that's a nat.
Did you have makeup yesterday?
I got some
for the
early
grand,
liver
hold on.
spots.
So
I
BC
think.
yesterday was basically the host of the Grand Arrival.
Yeah.
Did you put on makeup for that?
I did not. That was, I just had a good day.
When was the last time you put on makeup? CBS Sports HQ?
When I filled in for Jim Gray. For
when you were celebrating 9/11.
Wow.
I can't wait for 9/11.
All right. Let's transition into our actual show here of Evening Combat. We'll go into my ISO. I don't know if we've got a rundown thing. Should I do the rock away and lean back here? First topic of the week.
Fat Joe.
Is the reason why we're here. It's Storylines time for Saturday Night Showtime pay-per-view. Canelo Alvarez, Caleb Plant. I promise you this is not Photoshopped. I found it so coincidentally hilarious.
Do they even have the same font and colors of MK?
Wow, that's some isn't it ironic?
Look at me looking at you in absolute disgust.
Wow. Philip would go on to say, so that's why I've been on the soapbox from day one saying, would the September 22nd press conference have been my recommended ability behavior for Caleb Plant? Maybe not. You don't tug on Superman's cape was the old song there.
Right.
But it did establish something that he's here to win. He's here to go after it. Obviously, he's got to prove that on Saturday night. But that by any means necessary. I'm wondering, Luke.
Again, dude, I think Colby might be something of a very worthy adversary when it comes to the wrestling. We'll have to see. But to your question was, how does he beat him? How do you beat a guy when ground and pound's not your best asset and he's your equal or potentially superior in the grappling and wrestling department? It's a very, very difficult thing to do.
What do you buy the man who has everything? How do you talk to an angel? These are the questions that'll just never go
How do
in.
you hold it close to where you are?
That was such a great show for 8 episodes, Great theme song at the very least. Luke, it's time to pick this.
the closer I get to this, as I mentioned, I feel the time for talking just about over. It seems like, smells like, feels like the time for fighting for super middleweight undisputed championship this Saturday night. Canelo Alvarez, Caleb Plant, fresh off the scales, and we are fresh here for our reaction. Brian Campbell, Luke Thomas. And how about this guy, the newest member of the Showtime family, Inglewood, still up to no good, the 2008 Finals MVP, Paul Pierce. Pleasure to be doing this with you, sir. How about the atmosphere, what we just saw in Las Vegas here for Canelo Plant?
Look, everybody knows I'm a huge boxing fan, and this might be the most electric weigh-in I've ever seen. It was pretty much sold out. You felt the energy, and I just got chills. I got chills watching just the weigh-in. How does that even sound? A weigh-in? You get chills from that? Not the fight, the weigh-in.
Fast forward through this a little bit.
This is where you and I talk about what just happened. They give us a minute
with
here.
the motherfucking so yeah, some of the boxing, the combinations here.
Rose got the better of the exchanges there, but Whaley landed some hard leg kicks. Let's see if that adds
up. The takedown was nice.
It was a nice trip takedown.
Boom, turned her, and then see the butterfly hook, and then she goes to the other side to kill it. It's nice.
Yeah, butterfly kisses, bedtime dreams, right?
Oh God, you're awful.
Luke, under the radar on the prelims, Valerie Loretta back after her first career loss.
All right, so let's talk first about, there's actually a lot going on in this card. I'm glad you brought it up. First, with Cyborg, if you look at Sinead O'Connor, she is on a 2-fight win streak.
Whoa, Sinead O'Connor. Whoa, why don't you just rip up a picture of the Pope on SNL?
Oh, no, sorry, Sinead Kavanaugh. I'm sorry.
I mean, nothing does compare to her, but
to
come
you,
on,
yes, I know. Sorry about that. So for Sinead Kavanaugh, no, Cyborg is not fighting a 1980s and 90s pop star from Ireland. She does have the win over Olga Rubin and then Katerina Lerner, but these are hard.
Okay, I wish you would open your body to more things, Luke.
I one time paid $20 for one of those massages in the mall, which was actually pretty good. This Chinese lady, she had to be like 70. She beat the fuck out of me. Yeah. She was like Shane Carwin ground and pound on Brock Lesnar in the first round. I mean, I was like a 10-8 in that bitch. She walloped me. But then when I left, I felt pretty good. I was like, shit, that old lady, she did a number on me. That was all right.
Luke, I felt like I was watching round one of Gaethje Chandler for like 12 hours yesterday. I mean, I was just, everything was loose and free. Luke, free your mind and the rest will follow. Be colorblind. Don't be so shallow.
You're the worst person in America. Do we have any more of these stupid ass fucking halfway
No, Luke,
things?
that's it. Oh, whoa, what's this? We got one more from Matthew? All right, I guess we do.
Yeah, you would. This would be your situation from Squid Game.
What is happening here? I don't get it. Oh, yeah, right? Oh, my God. There's no other place I'd rather be than right here, the best damn combat sports show, period. Smell that? Smells a lot like MK, Morning Combat. Yes, the show that's both stupid and contagious, but here we are now. It's time to entertain you. I'm mulatto in albino, a mosquito, my libido. Yeah. Hey, Friday, November 12th, 2021. Brian Campbell, your boy BC, the American Alpha. I do like the sauce, but you come for the meat, the main course. The angry man next to me, he's a decorated veteran, and I salute him. Caps or covers, his name is Luke Thomas.
Just covers, not a cap.
Okay.
I don't know why that's controversial. Ask anybody who ever served. They'll tell you the exact
well,
same
Luke,
thing.
I don't know why that's controversial either. Are we good? Because I got a lot of fans sliding in saying, is this the beginning of the end? And Luke, I don't want to be the bad guy, right? But I don't want to do your sleepwalk games anymore. So, I'm for you, not against you.
Yeah, I know. We're fine. I don't know what people are talking about. I'm pumped for today's show, pumped for the fights. And, yeah, dude, shit's good.
Okay, good weekend of fights coming up and beyond. We will have you covered today. And boy, do we love long intros, Luke, don't we?
Okay, that part I do want to strangle you about. But otherwise, yes, we're good.
Okay, Luke, I'm glad we're good because
Yair Rodriguez made 21 seconds ago. Yair Rodriguez made weight, so there you go.
Sweet, because I don't care if you really care, just as long as you don't go, Luke. Speaking of good times and great oldies, Luke, How about our friends over there at Manscaped Contenders? But we got better merch for you over there at morningcombat.store. You can get Luke's face, which is a Halloween item that sold so much, they made it a permanent fixture. So don't delay. Act now. Supplies are running out. Allow, if you're still alive, 6 to 8 years to arrive. Either way, you'll probably be walking on the sun after wearing this good shit. Okay, Luke, anything else, or can we get into the business?
Yeah, I've noticed, was it 4, now 5 90s songs you've done without the counter?
Right,
They really just don't care about the counter.
Well,
bro.
you know, Luke, as a wise man once said, it's not Gaffney Pierre's fault he was born in 1998, okay? I mean, you know, all right.
Was he born in 98?
I don't know. Gaff, what year were you born, brother?
What year were you born, Gaff? 91. That's
Gaff's
still pretty
91. I
late.
think it's Manich who's still waiting on that armpit hair. All right, Luke, I'm not going to do any more bullshit.
Win. Max is
Maybe
fight,
you and I
should
could
say.
barter. Maybe we could trade. I remember you going away for 2 weeks, Luke, and me hosting many a quality solo show in which I was all freaking in, Luke, okay?
Yeah, well, the audience wasn't, I can tell you that.
Well, they were split. Luke, they were split, which makes sense because we have two competing personalities going on here. But, Luke, anytime you want to go head-to-head with a live chat, I know our Show Malka folks turned down my request for a Monday Night Wars type thing, but
Yeah.
I'm ready for it, okay?
I think you'd be surprised. But either way, we will have a reaction for you for the main event for UFC. BC will have a recap for you and everything else for CBS Sports for the Bellator stuff tonight. And so just be on the lookout for that. There you go.
Yeah. Give me your heart, make it real, or else forget about it.
Are we going to go to Cannibal Corpse in February? Are you going to be a bitch?
Well, what do I get in return for this, Luke? Are the MK docs going to be there?
Okay, I'm glad you asked that. What would you like?
I want you to I don't know, Luke. We'll come up with something. Okay.
Here's the thing.
Firearms. Is he talking about fighting, Luke, or is he going to kill him? I mean, what are we doing here?
He's a different one. What's he watching on the TV? Can you blow that back up? I don't know what that is.
That looks like one of your intensely violent international gun movies, right?
Yeah, I mean, I doubt he's watching Sleepless in Seattle.
Yeah. I mean, like Kurosawa, he makes
you've
mad
got
films.
mail.
Yeah. Luke, let's go back. This sport, right? This sport of boxing, it'll break your heart a lot, but when it's in tune, when it's all together, when you get a year like 2021 has been, and when you get a night like this Saturday night has been, I mean, savor the flavor. It is so sweet. I think it was, the great poets, Bush, that once said, I don't want to come back down from this cloud. It's taken me all this time, right, to find out what I need. Brian Campbell, the American Alpha, the BBC with that BDE, fresh off the plane from Jamaica, incredible vacation behind Brian Campbell. And if it's Monday morning at 11 a.m. on Eastern on the YouTubes, you know it must be the best damn combat sports show in the world today. Welcome to Morning Combat, right? The show that used to do a little, but the little wouldn't do it. So that little got more and more until it basically became MK all day, nearly every day. No need to bury the lead here. You're just looking at this solo handsome fella fresh off the plane from Jamaica. Where is that bearded fella who normally welcomes you in on Monday mornings? No, Luke Thomas is not crazy, but like his father Rob Thomas once saying, he is a little unwell. And I know right now you do care. He's got liquids coming out of every orifice, so we wish Luke Thomas well. A late scratch, a little bit under the weather, but you know your boy BC coming in, guns blazing, fresh off this vacay, ready to make shit happen here Monday with a huge weekend of fights to get you fired the heck up for. But you know what gets me fired up? Normally a Fendi bag and a bad attitude. That's all I need to get me in a good mood. But anytime I can share a screen with this wonder of MMA analysis fame, I get a little excited. Wow, yes, live and direct from the nation's capital, it's Luke Thomas.
Hi, Brian Campbell. That was a tortured intro, but I do those myself, so I can't complain. But it is nice to see you. Dude, we have a monster...
I could not think, Luke, of a better time to sprinkle a little cheddar on top of your action. You know what I'm saying?
So here's what DraftKings is going to do for everyone. If you bet $1 they will give you 100 in free bets if either fighter lands a punch. Yes, jabs, cross hooks, uppercuts, haymakers, or hammer fists. The lightweight bout, the title bout, is going to be scheduled for 5 rounds, and of course, I cannot imagine it'll even go the distance, but it might. So just bet $1, and you'll receive $100 in free bets. BC DraftKings is safe, secure, and reliable. Best of all, you can deposit and withdraw your cash whenever you want. Hard to beat that, is it not?
Yeah, it is. You couldn't beat that with a bat. In fact, Hammer can't touch that. So here's the deal, folks. You want to support what we're doing on MK and the great folks of DK. And let's...
Of Los Estados Unidos here in Washington, D.C. My name is Luke Thomas from CBS Sports, Showtime on occasion, as well as my friend, partner, I don't know, teammate, not quite my lover, but he is sensual just the same. He's the crown prince of CT with brain damage. He's my friend and yours. It's Brian Campbell. What's up, player?
A little bit of that BDE. I just personally, I want a lover who won't drive me crazy. So that let's draw the line before there. But great to be back, Luke. I'm not sick, but I'm definitely not well, and I'm ready to absolutely bring it today. I do want to publish zines and Rage Against Machines. I mean, I want to pierce my tongue. It doesn't hurt. It feels fine. And I am here today to declare war on our competition, Luke. If you're coming on, as they say, come on. So we're bringing it. It's Wednesday. It's the hump. We're going to climb that hump, okay? We're going to do it together. We're taking over, all right? Tomorrow I'm getting on a plane. I'm coming to Las Vegas for UFC 269. I'm bringing it, okay? I'm here.
Well, as BC kind of indicated, it should be known we're going to be in Las Vegas starting.
Dude, that's Jack from Alberta, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
Edmonton,
shit.
Alberta,
A toque. You can call them beanies, knit caps, and caps, but the proper pronunciation is toque. It rhymes with Luke. Stay warm, A.
Stay warm, eh?
A?
Stay warm with some maple syrup, eh?
Boom, boom, boom. Let me hear you say Ayo. Hey-oh. Yeah. Girl, your booty is so fine. All right. Luke, I think that was our show for the week. That was it?
That was it. How'd you
Your
feel
morning
about
combat.
That's grimy, Luke.
That's dirty as shit.
That is hella dirty. Yes. Wow. Somewhere. Who's the ref that tried to let her go out on her shield?
And it nearly works too, right? Because if you don't understand this, your head has to be on the opposite side of the choking arm, and she was. Because you can't have your head and the choking arm on the same side. The mechanics of the choke won't work. It has to be on the other side. So watch, as she pushes the thumb here, she actually pushes it almost over to the other side, and then Robertson has to bring her eye back. That actually would have released the choke mechanically, but Robertson hung on. That was dirty as shit from
Priscilla was like, head like a hole, black as your soul, Luke. I'd rather die than give you control. And, bow down, right, Luke?
Okay, you can move on to the next one.
Okay, all right. Got weird. Also there, Luke, real recognizing real, as Justin Gaethje may be the next opponent.
Texting relationship with many men, and my wife probably feels the same way.
And you have many more men who just give you underwear, which is apparently a normal thing.
Shout out to your buddy Rich.
Ryan.
Yeah. From what's your fraternity from William and Mary?
Sigma Pi.
SPI?
Sigma Pi, that's S and P.
S and a P. S and the P want to get with me. Cool, right? Hit the skins.
Exits that way.
All right, I'll bring the 90s back with me. Luke, anything else we should be talking about before we get into all things Paul Woodley, UFC Fight Night this weekend?
One more reminder, we are going to...
But, Frank Gore's coming to get revenge on that 2000 election. He saw what happened to Al Gore. He's coming for it, Luke, okay? He's coming for it.
So in Bush v. Gore,
yes.
Frank was the v. Gore?
Yes, he was the v. Gore.
Courtney, is there any chance I can have another drink? I polished mine off.
Courtney, me as well. I want to get more weird fruit. Thank you very much.
What did you order?
A pina colada. Getting caught in the rain.
Penis colada.
Yeah, all right. You know what they said about this show? Do it short and do it wild and weird,
I don't want your filthy Coronas.
Corey's like, I got these Coronas, man.
I bet you do have Corona. Virus.
Wow. All right. Hey, guys, Matt Snyder right here. I am that American Alpha, the BBC with that BDE, Brian Campbell, 43 with an attitude, right? 6'2" with green eyes, smile like the sunrise. And my co-host right here is... he's everything from old to angry and pathetic in between. His name is Luke Thomas.
Hi, everyone. Even though we're not drinking, we're still waking up somehow hungover.
Hungover at life, despite the great successes around us. And that includes Best MMA Programming Award last weekend from the World MMA Awards. Thank you again to our listeners.
Hey, have we mentioned that? I don't know if we've mentioned that.
For putting us in that position. This week, of course, we are on the grounds in Tampa. And we have one more important thing, probably more important than all this, more important than Jake Paul and Tyron Woodley to call him out upon. Have you ever seen Ariel Helwani's college fro?
I think maybe I've seen this photo once, something like that. Wow.
We asked him, but the boy BC, your boy BC put Ariel in the hot seat and said, okay, you had that?
Yeah, he gets rough and tough with his afro puffs. Rage, rock on.
What are those? What are those, Ariel? Okay, so we break that down.
What's he doing with his hand?
Whatever he wants, okay? Taking over this game, all right? So what you going to do?
I got a pocket full of rubbers, and my homeboys do, too.
Yeah, so shout out to Ariel for joining us. You can check that out as well. A lot of great bonus confidence
here. Do they remember that part, or do they just remember the finish? Now, I see one Brian Campbell. Oh, I see. So I'm told we're going to keep going for now. We have to stop when Jake comes in. Brian Campbell's coming over. Let me close this. Hop on down here, good sir. How was CBS Sports HQ? Did they tell you were fired? Why don't you put your bags on more things that we need? How about that?
I could do it, Luke. Put your bag into it, all right?
So here we go. Brian Campbell, Luke Thomas, with the hosts of Morning Combat, youtube.com/Morning Combat to find out more. Of course, you're watching. It was some kind of dispute in a hallway with another man, at least as TMZ wrote it, over a woman. I don't know what the story is. I don't know, but he apparently gave the other guy the wood shampoo, just beat the fuck out of him. And the woman was screaming. Someone called the cops, and they came and got him, but they only gave him 5 counts of misdemeanor battery. I think the bad guy will be okay. John Jones loved it. Did you see he took to Twitter about it?
I didn't see any of this. Maybe it was payback for some of those zings he had at the World MMA Awards, Lord. Because when you're that funny at that level, you do always have to worry about the payback. Some punk that you roughed up way back, coming back after all these years. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know exactly what the story is, but there was that part that was reported. So enjoy that.
All right, it's back. Yes.
By the way, I didn't know you were in chemotherapy at age 17. Well, look at this fucking picture.
That's not even remotely funny, Luke. Okay, I mean,
put the counter back up real quick if you can, Gaff or Corey. Let me see this thing, because they definitely changed out the picture or something. Yeah, look at that, bro. Were you okay?
Yeah, I was 17, Luke. You know, I couldn't keep an ounce of fat on me. You know.
How are you 17 and you look like Tom Hanks from Philadelphia? I don't know. I can't tell.
That's not. I'm not. I'm not going to laugh. I'm not going to. I'm not going to. The first rule of improv is never say no, Luke. No. Okay. No.
All right. At bedside rum.
Hope you're well. Hope you're healthy. Hope you're happy. Let's get into it. Shout out to Staten Island Sally on the ones and twos today, holding us down. Here we go. Our first topic of the day. If I can do the rock away and sort of lean back. UFC lightweight champion Charles. You wouldn't say he was overly competitive in that one. He's on a bad run right now. Is this beyond the UFC to do it? Hell no. I just talked about the history. They would love to do it. It's rare, though, that you get sort of all three entities, the two fighters and the promoter, being so willing to do it. That leads me to believe, hey, fans, you may hate it or love it, the underdog's on top. I think we're going to see this in May. Why? Because it seems like Dana White's comments have been leaning toward the idea of Dustin Poirier getting a big payday and pay-per-view, main event close-up against Nate Diaz. It would make sense. But it's a sad enough and dangerous enough sport anyway that I don't need Diego Sanchez to put Silva in the main event. So if I can change, you could change. We all can change. Promoters can change. The Florida Fight Commission can change. Hopefully, we'll see. But, it's up to us as a people, to be fair, to start making some changes. Change the way we eat, change the way we treat each other, because the old way wasn't working. So it's on us to do what we got to do. I think it's a great American poet. Tupac Shakur once said that. Thank you very much. Hey, interesting is pretty much on fire. And look, I did want to apologize for the people in holding this show down Monday on my shoulders, right? Like I was, holding up the walls of Jericho. My sound was shite. I don't know why, but we're going to fix that moving forward. So apologies to all. What else could I be, right, Luke? All apologies, you know what I mean? Mary. Yeah.
Well, there you have it. We are here today for what is quite literally the last show of the year. There'll be no show on Friday. There is one more event, Ryzen 33, which will be New Year's Eve day, and